Now live to the field for Troup Tigers football.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Troup High School Tiger Football live here on 96.9 1240 and on the World Wide Web at eagle1023.com. Last week we kind of kicked things off with a preseason game against Harris County. The Tigers come away with a big winner of that one, 48-35, scoring in all four quarters of that ball game. But they seemed like there was something missing. I had my brother up here. That was a great experience for him and I get to do a ball game together. But there just seemed to be something missing. In fact, I had several people call me and say it was one of the best broadcasts they'd ever heard. What was the difference? And I said, well, the difference was we're missing the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Greg Hicks.
Whatever. You know, I was thinking I would talk to Coleman about having Brad buy me out of my contract. Now, it's going to cost him a lot, but, you know, if it'll help your ratings, Coleman.
No, well, we're going to do brother night. You bring your brother, and I'll bring my brother.
Man, we got trouble. We got trouble if we do that.
Well, we get the official stuff right if we had your brother up here.
Absolutely, that's true.
But it is great to get the season started and having Greg by my side. Greg, how many years have we been doing this? You get an idea?
I promise you, I've lost count, but I think it's somewhere around 13, maybe our 13th year, give or take.
If our producers can look back on the logs and see how long it has been that Greg and I have been doing this together, they ain't paying us no attention. But I
do know that I've lost a lot of hair since we started.
Well, and I gained it. What is neat, though, Greg, and I was talking to somebody about this today, we have been doing this a while. We enjoy bringing folks to the Troup High School football team. We both have a passion for these kids, for this community, and it is neat to have someone that we're friends. We go to church together, but we don't see a whole lot of each other through the year, and it's really we get to from about August to November, and hopefully deep into November, we're with each other, weekly.
Well, you're right. It's we run in this kind of the same circles for a good part of the year, and then all of a sudden, and we're so close, and we just don't see each other for a while.
Well, I think it makes their show fresh, if nothing else.
That's true.
We're going to take a quick break. We come back, lots to talk about as we get ready for a kickoff for the season for the Troup High School Tigers right here on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
Some combinations were just meant to go together. Chips and salsa, refrigerator and freezer, the internet and cat videos. At State Farm, there's another combination meant to go together, home and auto, as in combining your home and auto insurance with one agent, which leads to another combination, saving dollars and cents. Your State Farm agent is here to help life go right. Combine home and auto and see how much you can save.
Visit your LaGrange State Farm agent, Mabel Smith Sharp, online at letmabelquote.com.
LaGrange Banking is growing. We've opened a new location in Columbus, and we've adopted a new name that reflects our community roots with an eye on the future. Welcome to Calumet Bank, offering personal and business banking services with the friendliness of neighbors. We work on your schedule, offering daytime business hours and a complete set of mobile apps. Day or night, we've got you covered. Calumet Bank, same great services from people you already know. Life is better at Calumet. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com. Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9 or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange.
Now back to more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Mormon, Greg Hicks, live here from Callaway Stadium. Greg, have you had a chance to meet Tucker up here?
I did. He introduced himself, asked if Brett do that, and I thought Brett was a new employee. Of course, he is because I call him Brett. I think I'll just call him now. His new name is Brett.
Well, Brett, is always there and taking care of things over at WLAG and also for the folks over in Roanoke. But right now we're going to talk about the Troup High School Tigers. Last week, Greg, the Tigers looked great against the Harris County team that is always a strong team. They put together a good team year in and year out. Usually, they've been only about 500 the past few seasons, though. But I was really amazed at how they were hitting on all cylinders. Montez Crow comes back, leading the offense. Was the first we went 3 and out in the first series, but you expect that.
That's right.
You're getting everybody. You're hitting somebody other than somebody that you go to school with. That's a new thing. But man, did we see the offense just begin to click after that?
Ends up with 12 men on the field. It means somebody forgot to double check. And when you end up paying more for your car insurance than you need, it could also mean somebody forgot to double check. That's why State Farm will do a free discount double check by going through your policies to make sure you're getting all the discounts you deserve. Because those discounts mean big league savings.
1, 2, check.
It pays to double check. Call your State Farm agent, Matt Orr, on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Check. We good?
LaGrange Banking
It's
is growing. We've opened a new location in Columbus, and we've adopted a new name that reflects our community roots with an eye on the future.
Calumet.
Welcome.
I brought those for you in case you need them.
Offering personal and
these
business banking
jerseys,
services
you're right.
with the friendliness of neighbors. We work on your schedule.
But they had gold
daytime
numbers last
business
week, so
hours
I can
and
see
a
real
complete
good.
set of mobile apps, day or night.
And,
We've got you
theirs
covered.
aren't much better. They got
Calumet
white
Bank.
on white.
Same great services from people you already
yellow
know.
on white.
Life is better at Calumet. Member FDIC.
Yeah, that's
Equal
that
housing lender.
Florida State look.
You're listening to
Florida State
Eagle Sports,
meets New Orleans. I mean,
96.9
Notre Dame.
1240 AM, and online at Eagle1023.com.
Kind of a nice
Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger Football. Jack Mormon, Greg Hicks. We're live here from Callaway Stadium, and we're just having fun already. But they're looking down at they got awesome jerseys. If you've seen the pigskin edition that Kevin Duckleberry from LaGrange and put out, the Troup High School Tigers. Is that Montez on the cover?
Montez Crow.
Right there on the cover. Awesome jerseys up close. They look great. But when you're in the 50-year-old range and you're looking down the field, you don't see the numbers quite as sharp as you want to.
It is a sharp-looking jersey by Russell Athletics and Red Clay Sports, and we were able to provide them last year actually, and the kids loved them, but it is difficult to see the numbers, so you almost have to have your binoculars, But yeah, then you look over here at Hardaway, and they've got, what did you say, kind of a marriage between Notre Dame and Florida State. Yeah. It's they're going to have
the
really
gold
numbers and a gold helmet, shiny helmet, but they might be a little easier to see than the Tigers numbers. But you know what? Even if we miss them name, this is kind of fresh. We still got to get to know these new players, these sophomores that are stepping up and playing this year as juniors, and the juniors that earned a starting role now as a senior. And there's a couple of seniors that we're going to be missing, and we might make a mistake and call their name just out of memory.
Yep.
But we'll certainly get used to these guys throughout the night.
Well, the offensive line is one of the places that the big change took place.
That's right.
Had lost a lot of seniors last year, but you got some guys that have really stepped it up. Gabe Hubbard played well last week at the left tackle.
Gabe's a junior.
It's just really a key position on your offensive line. Riley Bowles doing pretty. Seth Adams, who's been a leader on that offensive line, he's kind of anchoring things there at the center.
Well, we moved Seth. I know it's showing center unless he changed it. He was moving Colby Harry to center. And again, I wasn't here last week, so you may be that Seth was at center last week, but I know he's been practicing at right guard. But he is. I think about the only senior on that offensive line this year.
They had Colby last week at center. They moved Seth today back to center.
Well, that's good because Seth has played center now for a couple of years, and he's really done a fantastic job. But he'll be about your only senior on that offensive line.
Well, now, you and I talked a lot about Jay Brody Messer last year. I think he stepped up and big and came on as the season went on. And then he'll be at the right guard, and then Hunter Bass at the right tackle.
Yep.
Again, we do have some young guys, but they got a lot of playing time last year. We had some games that were not fully blowouts, but they were games that we got some young guys in, and I think that's an indication of what's been successful, especially I think about Callaway, getting a lot of young guys getting to play in those second halves.
Right.
And I think that we're starting to see that happen for the Tigers, too.
Well, I see like Kenley Birdwell. Kenley came in and played several spots last year, made some dynamic catches, and I remember a couple one, especially at Sandy Creek. He caught one and immediately got just pummeled, and he held on to the football. And that's good hands, focused in, and you need that out of the tight end. And Kenley's picked up some.
Last week against Harris, they ran that same play, that kind of tight end right across the middle, wide open, and he scored a touchdown last week in one of those plays. So just really proud of him.
Excited about him.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back. We're going to be joined by a familiar name to football around here, but new to his role. That's Steve Pardue, the head coach of LaGrange College. We'll be talking to him later on some other nights, but tonight he's with us in pregame for the Troup High School game. We'll have him join us in just a moment. Right now, you're listening to pregame for the Troup High School Tigers and the Hardaway Hawks on Eagle Sports.
Tara, are you okay?
Yes, I can't believe you found me. I have car trouble, and there you are.
Yeah, that's State Farm's 24/7 access.
It's like we have this mental telepathy, you know?
Well, you did start filing your claim with your mobile device. You can access State Farm on your phone, online, even in person at one of the 18,000 neighborhood
State Farm offices, see? Mental telepathy.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Connect telepathically with Agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange. Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9 or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange. Here's Perry Prather, head pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy.
2002, we decided to make a move from downtown. We bought this building here on Commerce, and we've been here ever since, and it was a move that really changed my business. God's blessed this business. We've been real fortunate, and the customers and the patients have been phenomenal in this town to support Holmes Pharmacy, and we're just proud to be a part of the community and support all the patients and their needs.
That's Holmes Pharmacy, Commerce Avenue in LaGrange.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football with Jack Mormon, Greg Hicks, and now we're joined by the head coach, the new head coach of the LaGrange College Panthers, Coach Steve Pardue. Coach, welcome.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you having me.
I'm really excited that you're joining the staff of LaGrange College. I get a chance to broadcast those games with my partner Bill Bryant on that side. But we're also going to be in a couple of weeks having an evening together. We'll have a coaches show going out at Johnny's Pizza. I think September 4th will be our first show. Is it 7 o'clock? I think is our start time.
7:30. Yes,
yep.
Sir.
And we'll get to talk about all things Panthers. But Coach, just kind of preview a little bit about how things are going as you try to change culture a little bit and move in a positive direction.
Well, you know, Jack, I'm not real big on words like that, but that's what we're doing. We're trying to change the culture of how they played football in the past. And I'm not saying it was wrong and my way's right, but this is the only way I know how to do it. So a little more demanding on them on a daily basis and playing a more physical style of football. And hopefully that will carry over not to helping our offense as much, helping our defense also, you know, and get them more physical at practice, and then they won't have to play as many snaps. So it's kind of a different way of playing the games. But the kids really want to do it. They bought in. We've got a great group of kids now. They're not real good at what we're doing yet, but their efforts is really good. And as long as they'll give us that effort every day. I thought today our 9th practice was our best practice. And, I told the kids we can't go backwards. We got to continue to press on. And the thing about Division III, you don't have a lot of time. You know, we came in a week ago Wednesday, and we'll be playing September the 2nd. So your spring ball wasn't a whole lot, but the kids have really picked up, and we spend a lot of time in meeting rooms right now. We're in the weight room, and school starts for us next Wednesday. So we've been, like I told them, we're professional football players right now. That's a good thing. We just worry about ball, and they've done a good job, and our injuries have been limited. So, again, Rob Dix does a great job with our training staff. And Earl, I kept Earl Chambers, who's with me down here tonight at the game. Earl's our defensive coordinator, does an outstanding job. Felton Huggins and Kendall Todd stayed on board with us, and they bought in. And, of course, I bought David Pleasance, who had worked for me for 3 different times. And coaching our offensive line, coordinating our offense. And then, of course, Thomas Crocker.
Bless you.
Is coaching our linebackers. And brought in a guy, Jared Rutherford from Columbus, to coach our quarterbacks. We've got some great GAs and student coaches that are helping. So I'm having fun. I'll be honest with you. The kids don't think I am all the time. They think I'm crazy, I think, But we are having fun and trying to, that's what I told them, I don't like to scream and holler and everything, but I'm not going to watch you do something that didn't help on our football team and not tell you. So, but again, we're moving in the right direction.
Well, nothing is more fun than winning, and I think that's something that they really want to get back. The air raid offense was a lot of fun from an offensive standpoint. Watch it flying around, but you mentioned the defense. My God, you're putting a lot of pressure on the defense to be on the field a lot.
And I think even in practice, they don't get the looks they're going to get in the game because those guys are used to going backwards, not coming forwards all the time. So when you get into a game like that, and again, but the kids want to win. And I told them, like I told them the first day, though, there's a difference between wanting to win and willing to win. Everybody wants to win. Are you willing to do the things you have to do to win? And we're going to win. I told them that we're going to win. I want to win now.
Right.
I want the process, and how quick they buy in and go. That's what's going to determine how successful we are early. But really excited, scared. I'm some emotion. I'm not sure which one it is. Sometimes I'm excited, sometimes I'm scared to death. But come September the 2nd at 2 o'clock, we'll be playing Birmingham Southern here, and hopefully have a big crowd come out.
We do hope folks will turn out for that one. And then, of course, join us. Come on out to Johnny's Pizza and listen to as we talk about that game. 7 o'clock will be the time we'll air that, 7 to 7:30. We'll talk about that, and hopefully we'll be talking about our first win.
Yeah, that's the plan. And, again, go out and play smart football, physical football. And I'm going to tell people in the Grange now, if we don't have a full house, there's a bunch of liars here. Because everybody I see has told me they're coming to the first game, and I'm going to have my wife film it, and I'm going to call them on it. But, we're trying to make the games early, be a little fan-friendly and get home. I know it's going to be a little warm, but get home and watch maybe favorite team that night. But and maybe if we get enough people come out here, the Panthers turn into their favorite team.
They have some nice tailgating already going on.
Right,
across the way. So get out early, enjoy that, and then come over to the game and hopefully watch our first victory. Coach, I appreciate you joining us here in pregame.
Okay, Jack, thank you, and Greg, for all y'all do to promote. Because I'm still a high school football coach. I just happen to be coaching college now. But a really exciting time, I know, for these coaches, this kid. It seems awful early because it seems to get earlier every year. But watching Troup, they got some good-looking players out there. I was telling Tanner, and Coach just told me he only got 10 seniors, so the future looks bright for Troup football.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Coach Steve Pardue, head coach of LaGrange College, joining us here in pregame. We come back. We got some starters for you and get ready for kickoff live here from Callaway Stadium on Eagle Sports.
In Columbus, and we've adopted a new name that reflects our community roots with an eye on the future. Welcome to Calumet Bank, offering personal and business banking services with the friendliness of neighbors. We work on your schedule, offering daytime business hours and a complete set of mobile apps. Day or night, we've got you covered. Calumet Bank, same great services from people you already know. Life is better at Calumet. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
If you're a renter, you may never know why your landlord starts lawn care at 7 a.m. every Sunday. Or why your car is the goal line for the neighbor kids' soccer games. You may also not know State Farm can save you hundreds by combining your auto and renter's insurance. So protect your car and your stuff with one good neighbor, your State Farm agent. It could save you time and money. One more way, we're here to help life go right.
Visit your LaGrange State Farm agent, Mabel Smith Sharp, online at letmabelquote.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Mormon, Greg Hicks, who's enjoying some fine peanut M&M products there, and has some really cute glasses. We'll talk about those if you see the live stream later. Those are neat. We talked about the Tigers last week. Had a good game against Harris County, coming with a big victory. But tonight it's going to be the offense is what a lot of people are going to be looking at. But I want to talk about the defense for a second because they did a tremendous job of hitting folks hard at the line of scrimmage, getting things started. And of course, it all begins and ends right now with King Makuta. He's been such a leader, a young guy, but a lot of attention being placed on that young man right now.
Well, King Makuta he's had so many offers, really before he even came out of his sophomore year. I mean, his freshman year, he was starting to get offers, and he was what my brother-in-law, Coach Bubba Jeter, he said, he's one of those must offers. And when you got a kid that's a must offer, anybody that comes through, from Appalachian State to Georgia to Auburn to Alabama to Georgia Tech to Stanford, they're going to offer him. So it's amazing. And of course, what that does for the other kids, the offensive linemen, other special teams, other skilled players. When those college recruits come through, coach is going to introduce them to them, and so it gets them all noticed, and so we're proud of that, and we're proud that that the pressure has been put on King. He's a junior this year, so this is his kind of his key year. I'll tell guys, your junior year is really your key year to get that notice, because when you're a senior, they want to be able to already know that you're existing when they come see you. They don't want to be surprised.
Got it planned.
Yes,
right.
But we're looking for big things on Andy Boykin, and and Khalif Thornton. Strongest kid on the team for us, a squad. He squatted like 560 pounds.
Wow, he could almost lift you.
Yeah, give him a couple more reps. But so we've got some kids. Joko Willis and Kevin Martin at the linebacker positions. They're going to be flying all over the field. You remember
Joko looked great last year.
That's what I was going to say. And then Detrick Tucker. and Dwight Gates, we're so proud to have these guys back. Nick Liggins is all over the place as well. You know what? And I told of this kid, number 6, and I'm going to tell you his name in just a second, but when I tell you, say, man, has he not graduated already? Because he's one of those guys that has he been around for 10 years? Macenta Stafford. He's been starting since a freshman.
Well, now he had injury last year.
He got hurt late in the year and was unable to go into the playoffs with us. And we was at the Ironman lifting contest about 3 weeks ago, and Big Touchdown Club get together, and we had a ball over there at the Troup High Gymnasium, and watching these kids lift and see how much they had gained strength and all. And I told Macenta I'm looking for a good year out of him, and I'm glad to have him back, and he's excited about being back. But we talked about earlier, and I don't want to just continue on, but we talked about the LaGrange College air raid that Coach Mummy had and everybody enjoyed. But one of the things you do with that is you do put a lot of pressure on your defense, and we got to step it up on defense. I wasn't here last week, but I've been kind of listening to what I would consider some good opinions of guys that know football that came to the game, and I said, well, really, you only got a chance to see the first half, and so I'm excited to see. I don't want to see arm tackling. I'm ready to put a hat on somebody, and let's see what happens. I know we lost last year's defensive coordinator. He left up to go to Heritage up in Noonan, and now we got Busby. He's the defensive coordinator, and we certainly hope he'll have big things planned for our defensive units now to really stand out and put a name for themselves, really starting tonight.
What's also exciting, too, is the consistency of the offense. Kelby Holt, I think, has done a good job of getting those guys fired up and ready, and also kind of knowing where to be. Montez, who is a ranging quarterback, he's able to move in the pocket, but he doesn't have to throw to a spot. He's got guys that can run up under balls. Yeah. He can lay it out for them. We had a couple in the corner that were beautiful. And plus, think of the receivers this guy's got. We know about Kobe Hudson. He just kind of surprised everyone last year with the amazing job that he did. But we have a transfer in Jamari Thrash who really showed out last week.
Well, I'm excited about that. I'm also excited about Jarrell Smith. That's Coach Smith's son who's stepping up, and it's nice to know that you've got a lot of opportunities for Montez Crow in his big year this year as a senior.
They're about to do the national anthem. We'll step away as they take care of all of that. Right now, you're listening to Pregame for the Troup High School Tigers right here on Eagle Sports.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows. No matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years. And how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Some combinations were just meant to go together. Chips and salsa, refrigerator and freezer, the internet and cat videos. At State Farm, there's another combination meant to go together, home and auto. As in combining your home and auto insurance with one agent, which leads to another combination, saving dollars and cents. Your State Farm agent is here to help life go right. Combine home and auto and see how much you can save.
Visit your LaGrange State Farm agent, Mabel Smith Sharp, online at letmabelquote.com.
Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9 or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
We have a young man, Jalen Lovelace, that's about to give us our national anthem. He'll be singing it from the booth. So we'll turn up the crowd mic and let you hear the song stylings of this young man.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, for so gallantly surveyed, and the Rockies regular, the bomb bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free, oh, and the home of the
An excellent job with our national anthem by young Mr. Lovelace there.
Big hand for Mr. Lovelace.
Under the direction of Miss Kathy Kirby, who directs the choir there and the chorus at Troup High School. And our color guard, the junior ROTC down there, doing a tremendous job bringing the colors in from the far side. The captains are about to come out on the field. We'll get you some numbers there. But we were talking a little bit about the starters for the Troup High School Tigers tonight. Let's go back to the offense for a second because I mentioned the transfer last week. Jamari Thrash really put on a clinic. I was very, very impressed by him. A couple of big catches across the middle to the corner. Kobe just did exactly what you expect him to do. Ran under balls, made spectacular one-handed catches. But also, you and I talked about Kinley Bridwell. Kinley really, really impressed me. He's just kind of a stealth coming across the middle of the field from that tight end position. People, I don't think, have scouted that out. Of course, we won't be able to run that all season long. But when you've got a variety of receivers like that, you just can't cover everybody.
That's true, and it makes it enticing for the defense. Hard to figure out what do they got to cover, who they got to cover. Mm-hmm. Hey, speaking of the captains, we're looking at Montez Crow, senior. We're looking at senior Seth Adams. We're looking at junior King Makuta, and last but not least, Kinley Bridwell is also. You speaking of him from last week? He's going to be one of our captains tonight.
Looking over on the far side, captains for the Hawks, number 1, Lee, along with number 10. That's going to be Rosser. He's one of the linemen there. Let's see. Get the old binoculars out so I can see what I'm talking about now.
While you're figuring that out real quickly, special thanks to Jackson Heat and Air. They're going to be at, it looks like all events this year and supporting all local events here at the Callaway Stadium. And if you need a break from the heat, go out there and sit in their tent. You'll be able to take in the football game while taking in some cool air.
Well, that's pretty cool.
To the student section.
Right. You can hear Chance Giddens over there talking about the student section. That's something that, as Believe and THS kind of got going,
yes.
The kids have really stepped that up, and I think we're really proud of the way the kids have gotten behind that hashtag and gotten behind the true idea of believing what's going on at Troup High School.
I think Eli Threlkill, his dad came out of the office the other day looking for a flag, wants to do him a shirt, and he said he got a flag called Welcome to the Jungle, and then he said he had actually heard that somebody across town that might have the same I guess slogan. I said, well, I guess we'll see. But he's waving his flag.
Tigers live in the jungle,
yeah.
So
yep.
It only makes sense. Looking down there to see who's going to win the toss. The white cap is discussing that with the players.
Looks like Montez Crow is adjacent to the umpire.
Yeah, it's always good to put King Makuta out there on the field. As
well, if you look, we thought Montez was tall. King is already taller. He's the tallest kid on the field, especially out there with the captains. So let's see, he's picking it up. Let's see who he looks at.
The Tigers have won the toss.
Yeah, he does look at Montez.
We've deferred to the second half. So let's see what Hardaway wants to do. It's like we're going to be defending the scoreboard side to start off the contest. They'll be defending the auditorium side if you're familiar with Callaway Stadium.
So we'll have our backs to the south, facing the north, and Hardaway will be moving from our right to the left, and they'll be coming from the north, heading to the south.
Let's take our last 60-second break, and we'll have kickoff live here from Callaway Stadium right here on Eagle Sports.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's the step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships. It seems like just yesterday, He was running around the backyard playing football with his little brother, dreaming about the big game. And now he's here. He's worked hard to make the team, and he's ready to take the field. And at Synovus, we're here to cheer him on. From meeting your personal and banking needs to pulling for the hometown football team on Friday night, we're proud to be a part of our community. We're Synovus, the bank of here. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Moore and Greg Hicks live here from Callaway Stadium as the Tigers break through the banner. They come from the inflatable there in the middle of the field and make their way to the sideline. And we're getting ready to kick off the season. Last year, an 8-2 regular season, lost in the first round of the playoffs. This was the first game last year as well. It happens with a lot of seasons. You play away one year, you play at home the next. And Hardaway was a difficult combatant.
Yep.
Led most of that game, but I remember that game, Greg, because we began to see the Troup come back in that second half.
That's right.
Especially in the fourth quarter. I think if we'd had 5 more minutes left in that ball game, the Tigers could have come away with a victory.
No, I totally agree with you. It just took us a little bit longer to kind of get wound up and adjust and get ready for that first game. And this year, maybe, hopefully, it's going to be a little different. We start out with a home field advantage and on a Thursday night, which is a little bit different, I think, and even next Saturday morning at 11 o'clock down in Connett Stadium, we'll be playing Kendrick. That even scares me just a little bit because it's different playing on a Saturday morning.
Eating a donut before a game.
Hey, thank you, Nate Shaw over at Lafayette Christian, head coach, and he just says, hey, shout out to Red Clay Sports on their uniforms that we'll be wearing next week as well. So we appreciate all you local high schools doing business with us locally and getting those uniforms. Hey, tune in to Eagle 102.3. You can watch this game, and as Coleman so jokingly says, you won't be able to see us, so you guys come on and tune in.
You can see the kids, not us, so that's really what you want. But that's there at eagle1023.com. Just follow the links, and that'll get you there. All right, we're ready to kick things off. Stepping up to the 40, and there we go. Line drive kick. It'll hit down at about the 17, picked up at the 10, up to the 15, to the 20, around the right side, and a big stick right there at the 30-yard line. Let's see who did that.
It looks like Joko Willis on the stop. Joko will be our middle linebacker, actually the Sam side linebacker, if you will. We call it strong side linebacker. He was down there to make the stop just inside the 30. They're going to place the ball, really the nose of the ball on the 30-yard line. So to begin this season on defense, the Tigers come up to the ball.
The quarterback out there is Ford. Just give us their initials. So D. Ford, he's going to take it quickly, hand it off to his fullback. We had a guy in the backfield, almost got a hand on him. He continues to chop his feet. He's going to get to the 40 on second effort. So good job by Hardaway. Almost got hit in the backfield, but they go and pick up big yardage across for another first down.
I wish I could tell who came through that line of scrimmage. I want to say it was Nick Ligon had kind of bursted through there, grabbed him by the shoulder pads, delayed him a little bit. But, they had like we talking about a Notre Dame box or something. All these guys, look at them. There's 2 tights, only 1 wide out, and the slot guys behind the tackle. They just bunching everybody up, Jack.
They run the same play, rack up the middle. We hit him. He's going to get about 5, maybe 6 yards out of it. Just right on that right side.
So right now, the first 2 plays, nothing fancy. They just said, you know what? Let's maybe they scouted us last week. Let's take advantage of their middle. Again, I wasn't here, so I can't really comment on our defense. But the first 2 plays, 15 yards in 2 plays for the Hardaway Hawks. The ball sitting on the 45-yard line of Hardaway.
Tigers with a 4-man front. Step back up to the ball. Ford, the quarterback, stands there at about the 40. He's going to pass the ball. Got some time. He's going to step up. He almost is sacked. He's going to run the ball. Gets to the 50. Is hit there. And he's going to be brought down by number 6, Vicente Stafford.
And Vicente Stafford came up and hit him on about the 49-yard line, 2 yards short of the first down. So it'll be 3rd down and maybe call it 1.5 yards as the ball will be on the 49-yard line. So if you've just joined us, we're just underway here. No score as the Tigers deferred to the second half, and they'll be kick the ball off to Hardaway. And Hardaway on a nice little drive. They began on the 30-yard line, and now they're up to the 49-yard line. It'll be 3rd and call it 1.5 yards. Big play here for the Tigers. Jack, we really need to be nice to stop them and go ahead and get them out of here.
The quarterback, Ford, calls for it. Going to hand the ball off. He's going to pick up the first down and lots more. Finally going down at around about the 42-yard line.
Looks like they're going to give him down, you're right, down to about the 42. Going to pick up about 9 yards. Now they're going to mark it on the 43, so give him 8-yard gain. It'll be first down. They'll move the chains. That'll be the third first down that the Hardaway Hawks have had. And, again, they began this drive just a couple of minutes ago on their 30-yard line, and now they've taken it 22 yards, actually 32 yards for the third first down.
Slot to this near side. Shotgun snap again for Ford. Ford takes it, looking downfield. He's got some pressure in his face. Complete. A nice little pass. They're going to step out of bounds. Complete to number 12, and that young man's name is Lowe.
Macenta Stafford was in his corner position, and Joko Willis was kind of easing outside, but he was kind of, the tight end kind of darted down about 5 yards and pushed Macenta Stafford back, and Macenta gave him a little bit of cushion, and then he stopped, planted, turned out. Nice execution by the Hardaway Hawks.
Real wide out onto the right side. He'll stand almost to the far side, right on the sideline. Ford, the quarterback, calls for it, steps up, hands the ball off in the middle. A little counter trap. He's got some room at the 25. Spins, still on his feet down to the 15. And another big first down for Hardaway.
One of the things that we addressed in the pregame show with Jack was the amount of arm tackling and just coming up and putting shoulders on people. And that's one of the first things that I saw here as the guy burst up the middle. And you got to start putting hats on folks. That's for sure.
The tailback early kind of steps to the outside, comes back in, had some room there, but had a couple of spin moves that kept him alive. Ford back to the shotgun set again. Takes it and hands the ball off right back to the same guy. He's going to hit hard that time. Loses the ball. I think they're going to get back on top of it.
You got to give him credit for that. That ball came out quick, and they were on. Khalif Thornton really made the first hit, knocked that ball loose, and I want to say that King Makuta was all over it, but the fullback or the tailback was able to bounce on top of it. All right, so it'll be 2nd and 6 for the Tigers. They're inside the red zone down to about the 12-yard line. They're actually going to spot the ball on the 11.
A little bit of high snap, quickly hands off, and he's going to get a touchdown right here. Just kind of goes to the end zone around the right side, almost untouched until he got to the line. So that'll be 6 for Hardaway to start off the ball game.
Defensively, the Tigers had a stunt going in. I saw some scissors, or what I would call a slant, actually, where they slanted to the outside. And the backfield actually planted, did a little crossover, came off right guard, between right guard and right tackle. And the linebacker was just totally out of position. He walked into the end zone. So with at the 9-minute and it looks like a 12-second mark, Hardaway Hawks scores a touchdown, making it 6-0. Let's see if they can convert.
Snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is good. So 7-0 is our score with 9 minutes and 12 seconds left to go in the first quarter of play. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
When it comes to your health, nobody beats the home team at WellStar West Georgia Medical Center. Named #1 large hospital by Georgia Trend Magazine. Nationally ranked a top 100 hospital by Truven Health. And one of the 100 great community hospitals by Becker's Hospital Review. WellStar West Georgia Medical Center is your award-winning team in LaGrange. Visit wellstar.org/WGMC to learn more. We believe in life well lived.
Now back to more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
A 70-yard drive for Hardaway Hawks to start off this ball game. They lead right now 7-0, and the Tigers are getting ready to accept this ball. Hardaway will be kicking right to left on your radio dial. Looking back deep, you've got Vicente Stafford, along with... who else is that over there?
It looks like Kobe Hudson. I just from this distance, it looks like if you could see number 2 on him, he's normally our deep guy.
Yep, that's Kobe. He's on the as we're looking at the right side.
It looks like we've got Kenley Bridwell, one of the upbacks on the 20-yard line. Can't make out the guy on the other side yet. Sun's kind of in our eyes.
There's the kick. Nice high kick. Going to go into the end zone. And we'll probably leave it right there. Yep, they'll bring it out to the 20, and that's where the Tigers will take it 1st and 10.
One of the things, and I don't know, I honestly couldn't tell who was kicking off last time, if that was for the Tigers, if that was Rayford or if that was Foster, Cal Foster. And I know that it kind of went down to about the 20, 25, 24-yard line, and I know Carson Rayford has hurt his knee playing soccer this past spring and really just kind of coming back around. And we'd gotten used to seeing Rayford last year putting it in the end zone. And just like that, it's kind of a guarantee. You get used to it. So offensively, let's see what the Tigers can do here. There's a 1st and 10 for the 20.
Here comes the snap. Long snap count for Crow. He gets his guys in position. There's the snap. He's going to turn, throw a quick out, and I think we're going to get delay a game on that one. No offsides against us.
False start. I didn't know if if it's an offensive lineman or if it was one of the wideouts. It may be kind of tripped forward and hinted forward, but you almost got to assume the first play of the season. If it's going to be a penalty, if it's motion, it's more than likely going to come inside the interior lineman. So we, as you said earlier, Jack, we've got Seth Adams is at center. So they're going to come up to the 15-yard line. So it'll be 1st down and 15 for the Tigers as they start this year off.
Crow stands back there. We got a man behind him. Takes it. Going back up to pass. Just a straight drop back. Got a man in his face. Throws a screen to the middle of the field. And we're going to make our way up the field. Good yardage there. Still on his feet across the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A 1st down.
Oh, nice little inside screen as Montez played it off. They just came bolting after him. And he actually opened it up. And I want to say that number 11 for the Tigers, if you'll help me out there, Jack.
Sure, that's Jamari Thrash.
He actually came across and stopped, bent over in the middle, grabbed a little screen pass, and picked up about 22 yards in the 1st down for the Tigers. So nice way to start the season.
Mark Anthony Dixon will split out wide to this near side. Crow puts him in motion. He'll take the snap, back up to pass, throw across the middle. Got a man out there. Oh, in and out of the hands of his intended receiver.
Jamari Thrash, did you mention last week, Jack, how he showed out? He had time to show out then, buddy, because he had got his corner on the inside, and he just really had tipped his hand, and he dropped the pass on about the 38-yard line, and he had about a 3-yard distance between him and the corner, and it would have been a 6-point play. I know Jamari's going to want that one back, and the coaches, hey, just don't worry about it. We'll come back. So it'll be 2nd down and 10, but what a way to start that, Jack.
Trips to this near side. Man wide to the far. Crow puts the man in motion, coming back to the far side. Turns, going to throw it. Complete, out to Thrash. Thrash takes a step out and comes back up. He's got a seam down the side to the 50. Goes out of bounds right there. Actually, they come back from at the 49. There's another 1st down for the Tigers.
Hey, it took the outside linebacker to come from his position at midfield to track Jamari down at about the 49.5-yard line. That's where the ball will be spotted. The 2nd 1st down for the Tigers. Just a little hitch on the outside, little bubble screen, if you will, and did a nice job of execution by the Tigers.
Crow will have his back to his right. Takes a snap, backs up the pass, throws it again, throws it way down the field. Oh, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver.
There you go.
Got a flag on that one.
Oh, yeah. He was so far downfield, he was the coaches were yelling, but he was beyond 10 yards and had his jersey. I guess everybody's seen it except the opposing coaches next door. But anyway, we'll get holding on that one, which will be either an automatic 1st or at least a 10-yard penalty. So that should be an automatic 1st down. But if you guys have just joined it, it's 8 minutes and 7 seconds in the 1st quarter. Hardaway took the ball opening kickoff, drove 70 yards in 8 plays, scored a touchdown. Tigers kind of need to toughen up on defense, but trying to turn the favor here, the Tigers have also marching down the field. So the ball's going to be spotted on the Hardaway, 35.5-yard line.
You know, Greg, we have not had a running play so far this contest.
That's about what I was saying, yeah. So the Tigers have looked good in their execution.
Yep. Trips to the far side.
Right.
Tied into this near side. Play is whistled in. Crow stands at the shotgun. Takes it, backs up, looking. He's going to roll to his right, still on his feet, and be brought down as he tries to go out of bounds. He's going to get
he'll get
back to the line of scrimmage about.
Yep, back to the line of scrimmage. He was looking left, kind of over toward the visitor sidelines. Nothing was there. Full pursuit by the entire defensive line. Kind of chased him out of bounds, tackling him as he was going out of bounds on the 40. He might have lost a foot. So call it 2nd down and 10.5 for the Tigers. First time he'd really seen any pressure in the backfield.
Tigers come back to the line of scrimmage. Got a slot to this near side. Man wide left and right. Back to the right of Crow in the backfield. Crow takes it, steps back, looking, airs it out on the far side. He's got a man there, some pushing there. It's going to go out of bounds, so that's going to fall incomplete.
I'm going to say it was uncatchable, but it did. I don't know. kind of look. He's saying, my bad. I don't know who's that wide out. If that's kind of jogging back like Kobe Hudson runs. He's in the shadow, and it's kind of hard to make out his number. But it was like a miscommunication between him and
Kobe on the far side.
Okay.
Last week, Greg, he had an incredibly athletic move. He's coming down, looking over his left shoulder, sees with the ball, and adjusts in mid-stride to turn around to the right and makes a beautiful catch over his shoulder.
Wow.
Great body control.
Wide open.
They're going to run the sweep to the far side. Great call. Going to get close to a first down. It's about the 25.
I tell you what, that Hardaway Hawk linebacker got up and kind of pushed Kobe Hudson in the back because Kobe kind of stood there, turned around, and absolutely laid him out, which provided us with an opportunity to get it at least fourth and respectable. I don't think the coaches will want to try a field goal given the distance right now. So the Tigers will be going for it, fourth and a long one.
Montez waits for the snap. Long snap hit, trying to draw him off. Now he'll reset. Take the snap. They'll run the sweep to this side. And we slip down, and the ball comes out.
Well, actually, the ground's going to cause the fumble, but it's still they're going to spot the ball. It looks like at about the 26-yard line.
So Hardaway will have it there, turned over on downs.
He was short of first down. You know, let's give Hardaway Hawks credit. You know, you go back 3 or 4 years ago, they were lucky to even have a team. And to be honest, I don't know who the head coach is over there, but he's brought some staff in starting last year, and you know they got a good crowd over there, good a good amount of players. And like I said, 2 years ago you probably didn't have just family members in the stand. So good kudos for them.
All right, let's take a timeout. We take on as well 60 seconds back to the station right here on Eagle Sports.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
When it comes to your health, nobody beats the home team at WellStar West Georgia Medical Center. Named #1 large hospital by Georgia Trend Magazine. Nationally ranked a top 100 hospital by Troup Health. And one of the 100 great community hospitals by Becker's Hospital Review. WellStar West Georgia Medical Center is your award-winning team in LaGrange. Visit wellstar.org/WGMC to learn more. We believe in life well lived.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to the quarterback Ford. Will take the ball, hand it off to his tailback. He's going to get pushed to the backfield. Now we're going to get a hat on him. And not a whole lot there. Great job of gang tackling by the Troup High School Tigers.
Hey, you know the old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just simply a little cross buck on inside and see what happens with the tailback going up the middle just outside the guard. And he's able to really just get back to the line of scrimmage. So good job by the Tigers by tightening up that defense. So, but, again, with something like the Hardaway Hawks, looking at two wideouts on either side, you never know what to expect. They've come up with 11 men in the box, and now they're going to spread out a little bit.
Ford will have his big tailback lead to his right. He'll look to throw the ball. He's got some pressure. He's going to go down. Going down right at the line of scrimmage. He'll get back. Actually going to lose a yard.
Andy Boykin along with King Makuta in the backfield to take him down. It'll be finally some penetration by the Tigers, and that'll be taking him down. Really going to. He was able to trip himself forward to only lose a yard, but it'll be 3rd down and 11. So. Maybe Coach Busby kind of got in their grill during the –
Well, something that we talked with Coach Pardue about in the pregame is that the defense had some time to sit and think and talk because the offense had a drive going. So a lot of times that's giving that defense a rest is a big deal. The quarterback Ford will have twins to his right. He's going to throw the ball again. He's going to step up, looking still. Goes across it. He's hit as he throws the ball. It goes out of the hands of the intended receiver right at the first down marker. So it's going to bring up a 4th down, excuse me.
It looks like Andy Boykin was all over the quarterback and hit him at about the time he threw. Kind of changed his trajectory, kind of overthrew the little slot back that had gone down about 8 yards. And Macenta Stafford was also right on him and hit him about the time the ball touched his hand. So good effort by the Tigers there to go 3 and out. Let's see what their punter can do. And you never know. He kind of he looks like he's probably 5'11" and 180 pounds sitting out there, but you never know when a team like Hardaway, if they got any tricks up their sleeve, if they're just going to punt it.
We didn't have what we needed on the field. We had to take a timeout. They take one. We take one as well. 60 seconds. Back to the station on Eagle Sports.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's the step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships. There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football.
A lot of pressure just then, Jack, as the Tigers came busting up the middle. And just if one had just an extra step, I believe that would have been blocked. But it was kind of high and short. And the Tigers will take their second possession on their own 46-yard line. So excellent field position as the Tigers start this particular series.
Let's do a little bit more than we did last time. Had a nice drive, 54 yards, just didn't culminate in anything. So Crow will be in a pistol set with his tailback behind him. Takes the snap, turns, and makes the handoff. He's going to hit us at the line of scrimmage. He'll get about a yard out of that one, 2nd and 9.
Looks like Tyreke Carlisle takes a handoff, kind of follows up on the right side behind Riley Bowles and Seth Adams to pick up maybe a half a yard. Maybe they're going to give him a yard on that one. So first running play, 1 yard. Kind of want a little bit more out of a running play. And what you don't want is the offensive line to get so used to all these skilled receivers that all we can do is pass. You really got to set up that run game as well.
Got to move forward. The pass sets up the run sets up the pass. Montez is hit as he throws the ball, and it was almost intercepted by a lineman.
First time I've seen or heard of you guys that kind of pressure was put on Montez during even the spring game against Callaway and now the contest against Harris County last week, the scrimmage. They said that Montez has not really been pressured.
Not at all.
The first time we've seen that, and he got hit as the ball was leaving his hand, almost. I don't want to say almost intercepted. That would have been kind of a surprise. But the defensive tackle looked up and it kind of hit him in the hands and fell on the ground. But that would have been a fine. How do you do?
He had the opportunity. Going to pass the ball again. They're going to put some pressure thrown across the middle, complete.
It was like Kenley
first down.
Kenley Bridwell from his tight end position drives a man, outside linebacker, off the line of scrimmage about 7 yards, plants and comes outside, and Crow hits him in stride. Perfect pass, but not quite enough for the first down. It'll be 4th down and 3 as the Tigers will come out and try to put one in what we call the coffin corner, Jack.
Need a big one here. Tigers break the huddle from the sideline, make their way back out on the field. Looking out there. And struggling with my binoculars to see, but I think that's...
Brantley Robinson is your long sap center, and you'll have Carson Rayford doing the punting.
There's a snap. Gets the kickoff. Bounces, and goes... almost into... It held up right at the 1 yard line, but it goes into the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 20, 1st and 10.
Give the Tigers... and Brantley Robinson, the center, almost. And he's a heck of a wrestler, too. I know we look forward to his senior year in wrestling season, but he was the first one down there from the center position. He's kind of quick, and he's a good little athlete. Almost stopped that ball from going in the end zone.
So they'll have it from the 20. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, as it stands, Hardaway will start their third possession from their 20-yard line. So if you just joined us, guys, we're 3 minutes left in the third, 3.5 minutes left in the first quarter play. Hardaway 7, your Tigers 0.
Another 3 and out would be very helpful. Quarterback forward will take it. Low snap. In fact, the play is whistled dead there.
I don't know what they saw. So it's actually motion on Hardaway.
Yep. So they'll back them up 5.
Dead ball, so they'll back. You're right. So it'll go back to the 15th. Hopefully the Tigers have set the tone on defense on that last series, and let's see that they maintain that prowess during this second or this third series by the Hardaway Hawks.
Not a lot of penalties so far. Only 2 for Hardaway, 1 for Troup. We're in the first quarter play, as Greg mentioned, 7-0 in favor of Hardaway. Quarterback forward will take the shotgun snap, hand the ball off quickly into the breadbasket of his lineman, and we make the tackle. And great job. That's number 10, I believe, District Tucker.
Tucker, nice tackle. I'll tell you what, didn't really put a hand on him as King Makuta comes out. Looks like his left shoulder. He's got his left arm just kind of hanging. But Tucker grabbed him on the ankle and wouldn't let him go. He picked up 4 yards, but thank God that Tucker was able to hold on to him. Otherwise, he'd have been darting down the sidelines right now.
Ford, the quarterback, will have a back to his right, backs up to pass. Looking. Now he's got some pressure, steps up in the pocket, runs to his right, looking to throw the ball. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to be pushed out of bounds, and a flag goes out.
It'll be offensive face mask as the quarterback does a stiff arm and grabs the face mask of the defender. And I wish we got a blurry window here, but anyway, that's I will be surprised if it's anything different.
Yep. Face mask by the offense, and that'll be a big penalty for them. That'll back them up. If they do end up having to punt the ball, they'll be in quite the deep corner.
Good pursuit by the Tigers. Good coverage, defensive coverage by the Tigers. As
secondary
it forced him out
there.
of the pocket. Yeah. And then you had and I want to say it was more than likely it was Kevin Martin who was forcing him out of bounds, and it looked like he was just running in parallel to the line of scrimmage. But with that face mask, that's going to back him up at least 10. So it's going to move the ball back to the 11-yard line. Actually going to move it on. No, the 11-yard line is where they're going to spot the football. So it'll be 3rd down, and it looks like about 20, Jack.
But this is where we can't become complacent. This is one of those kind of moments where you got to really step it up. Yep. Let's make something happen here. Pin them back even deeper, or just stop them. Hand off, and we do. Great job, great penetration by the Tigers on that one.
I was going to say Khalif Thornton along with, and I wish I could see that number.
Nick Ligon, number 7, was back there too.
Nick Ligon as well, just penetrating on it. That's a big offensive line for Hardaway, and they just simply got under their kneecaps and shot the line of scrimmage and was able to tackle them in the backfield. Actually lost another yard, so it'll be back on a 10-yard line.
So 3rd down.
Looks like 3rd and 20 at least, maybe 3rd and 21.
3rd and a bunch. They'll try a quick out,
little
complete, and we got great coverage.
Yes.
Tremendous job by the Tigers on that one. They read that one completely, and that's Nick Ligon right on top of it.
Coming off the tackle, it looks like was that Ligon number 7?
Yep, that sure was.
And sent to Stafford, and then you got even King Makuda's kind of working that left arm. He's coming out of the tackle, so you like to see good pursuit by that outside Tiger defense there.
Well read. And they just a quick pass to the slot receiver trying to move up the field, but nothing doing. And that's what we were talking about. You've got to capitalize on those moments when you do have them pinned back.
Now, last time we got a little penetration on the punt. It was kind of a high and short punt. So we've got Kobe Hudson standing at the Hardaway 44-yard line, and the Hardaway punter will be standing a yard in the end zone. So let's see what happens.
Here's a snap, steps up, gets
almost
quick.
Again. No, he didn't touch him.
Good acting by the punter as he falls down. And look at this. As we take the ball and get the ball up to around the 35-yard line.
Kobe Hudson catches it on the 50-yard line, runs it back 15 yards, and that's actually 16. So the Tigers have great field position at the Hardaway 34-yard line, Jack. So good defensive stance that time. Good pursuit, good penetration on the punting defense, and good run by Kobe Hudson. So now let's see if the Tigers can capitalize.
I had the binoculars focused on the kicker, as you mentioned, that they had good penetration, and our guy just flew by him, and he fell to the ground. Remind me of old Robbie Morton that used to play with. He was one of the best at faking an injury.
Is a theater degree?
No, but he can make it happen, that's for sure. Even with the sun in their eyes, we still call this ball game. Montez Crow will be back, standing on about the 40-yard line with the back right behind him. Puts a man in motion from the far side. Takes the snap, back to pass. Good job blocking. Good catch at the 15. Still on his feet at the 10. looks like they're going to say that his knee went down. That's Thrash going to make the catch. He'll get to the 14-yard line.
Hey, I tell you, Thrash from his slot receiver, came from the 34-yard line and down the field 10 yards on a little slant, had to stop, wait on the football. But I believe if Crow had hit him in stride, it would have been 6. So the Tigers inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. Actually, the 14-yard line.
Crow quickly airs it out to the corner. And all up in our grill is their defensive back.
Well, the good thing is he turned his back to him, so there was no chance for pass interference. He was just kind of slowing down because in that kind of left Hudson out of a way to, if it anything, it had been an offensive pass interference.
Kobe was trying to get in front of him, yeah.
So good coverage. It was a good pass where it should have been, but, you got to give kudos to the corner. He just wouldn't let Kobe around.
He was exactly where he needed to be.
So second down, ball's inside the 15 at the 14 for the Tigers. 7-0 your score with less than a minute to go. Hardaway on top.
Going to pass it to Carlisle on the far side. Carlisle steps up. He's hit. He's still on his feet. Gets across the line of scrimmage down inside the 10-yard line. Tariq Carlisle is the ball carrier. He's just a little flare out from his running back position.
Kind of a dangerous pass, and we had Kenley Bridwell out there blocking, and his goal was to take the cat outside. He kind of got inside of Kenley, and about the time Carlisle caught the ball, you almost had a fumble or an interception, but Carlisle was able to make positive yardage, so it'll be 3rd down and 7.
You need to come away with some points here. They put Carlisle in motion. Crow throws, and it's in and out of the hands of the intended receiver.
That was a good defense. He reached over, kind of his right hand was suspicious there. If you look at the replay, kind of on his back, around his hip, but with his left hand, the defender reached over and knocked the football away from Hudson as he was running a little inside route toward the inside cone at the back of the infield, the end zone. So that'll bring up 4th down, guys.
So 4th down play. We got a big drive driven all the way down to the right about the 13-yard line is where they have it spot.
Holding penalty is applied. It brings up 4th down.
Okay, so we had a holding penalty on that one, I guess against the Tigers. Didn't see that flag come out. So we'll attempt a field goal. Is that Rayford down there?
It is. He's got a brace on his left knee, which has been bothering him. Brantley Robinson will hold at the 19-yard line.
Kick is up.
It's good.
And the kick is good. So as the horn blows, 7-3 is our score. As we go into the second quarter of play, 60 seconds back to the station, Tigers are trailing 7-3 over Hardaway here on Eagle Sports.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
State Farm, this is Gwen.
Salutations, Gwen. I have car insurance, but I want to protect the rest of the stuff in my apartment. Some of my action figures were ruined recently.
We can add a renter's policy. For the cost of one action figure, we can protect your entire army of action figures against fire, theft, burst pipes.
Great! You have no idea how hard it is untangling wet alien hair.
Add renter's insurance to your auto policy and get to a better state. State Farm.
For a money-saving way to protect your possessions, call Agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Mormon, Greg Hicks live here from Callaway Stadium. Got a cool medical tent that's been added this year, Emory Healthcare, the Sports Medicine Division. Dr. James Bruce down there on the sideline. They've got a place to get in and out of the sun if they need to check on some young people. Pretty neat down there. And we're ready to kick things off. Yes, that's right. We're kicking off the second quarter because the Tigers just scored a field goal. So 7-3 is your score.
Yeah, we're just at the edge, Jack. In about 10 minutes, maybe we'll have the sun down. We can actually see something. It's kind of a blurry window here. I had to wipe off all the years worth of just hanging out, a little, and now I can see a little bit better. I didn't realize I was looking through some dirty glasses.
You can see clearly now. The film is gone.
I can see clearly now. Anyway, yes, I'm on here all week.
Tip your waitresses. Try the veal.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here comes the Tigers. They'll be kicking the ball off from the 40-yard line. Carson Rayford will do the kicking duties. And he did look good on the kick he had a moment ago.
Let's see what his leg will do. I know his left leg is the one that's been hurting him.
There it goes. All the way into the end zone. Actually, almost out of the stadium.
That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see.
Little extracurricular there.
I like it, though. And the kids going after it. Dietrich Tucker on the kickoff team coming down. He and the guy in the Hardaway discussing dinner plans later. And they really just –
one of them's going to have a knuckle sandwich. That's
you think? Yeah, they used to do that with Tommy Lasorda, a little spoof when Tommy would come out and just argue, and he'd say, "What do you want on your pizza?" "Well, I want a pepperoni." "Well, what about cheese?" And everybody in the stands thought they were really getting on and arguing, and he said, they do that sometimes just to play, just to
fire
play
folks up.
around.
Hand off. Oh, we're going to grab him in the backfield. Hold on. Yep. He'll get about a yard on that one. 2nd down and 8.
Well, one of the things you got to give him credit for, we grabbed a jersey with our hand and held on, and a couple of guys try to grab him by the waist, and he spins and leans forward and picks up a yard and a half. And so the Tigers have got they've looked really good on the last 2 defensive series. They got to continue to look good and really wrap up and put some hats on some people.
11:30 left to go in the first half of play. There's a snap and a quick handoff, and we're going to hit him hard.
That's what I'm talking
He'll
about.
get about 2, maybe 3 yards, and we gang tackle after that. So it brings up 3rd down.
I want to see number 30 for the Tigers. It was a first on the hit there, and that would be
Jatavian Smith.
Jatavian Smith, one of the coach's sons as well, came in from his outside linebacker position and put a rope on him, stuck him good. He picked up a yard and a half. It'll be 3rd down and 7 for the Hawks. So big series here, big down for the Tigers, Jack.
Great crowds for the Tigers in this first game of the season as well. Thankful to all the folks here, and also those that are listening to us out there in all the ways that you can. There's a snap, quickly hands it off. Good blocking on their part. And then we storm
yes.
it. He's going to lose yardage back behind the 20.
It started out with number 4 for the Tigers, made the initial hit, and that would be Kevin Martin from his outside linebacker position. And then you had Boykin coming in, and did I hear there was a flag on the play? But anyway, a lot of gang tackling by the Tigers. So we got an illegal shift by the Hawks. And let's see the white.
No, I think I take the play.
Let's see what the white cap's doing. He's going to say illegal shift. Looks like they're going to decline it.
Illegal shift on the offense.
And they are.
I would.
So it'll bring up 4th down. They lost some yardage, so it'll bring up about 4th and 9 yards. So, again, 2 times, Jack, we've put pressure on that punter. Can 3rd time be a charm?
I would like it. They'll be punting from
the 21-yard line. The Hardaway Hawks punter is standing back right now on the 9-yard line. Tigers lining up defensively. Kobe Hudson standing back at the Tiger 43-yard line.
Low snap, bounces up to him.
Oh,
almost.
There's a flag down, but it could be motion on the Hawks, or that's what it is. Yeah. Illegal substitution by the Hawks, it looks like, as they're going to discuss that.
And we went by and patted him on the shoulder pad, but didn't. There was no intent to hit.
But we're so close, Jack. You got to guess that soon we're going to get in there and block that punt. So anyway,
they'll decline it. So the Tigers will have the ball.
Yep.
Wow, that's going to be great field position for them at the 41.
So the last 2 or 3 series we've started out at the Hardaway 35, the Hardaway 36, and now the Hardaway 41-yard line, and all we've come away with is 3 points. And we've had some good-looking offensive plays so far. I can't say anything about the run. The only running attempt we've made, true running attempts, gained us a yard. Of course, Montez Crow did try to scramble a couple times and was able to get back to the line of scrimmage. passing looks okay. We certainly need some more yardage out of that. Well, I see Kobe Harry coming in at left guard, big heavyweight wrestler on the football team. Look for good things out of Kobe Harry in his junior season this year.
Mark Anthony Dixon in the slot position. Crow will take the snap, throw across, and it'll be complete. What a great catch!
It's interference, but that'll be nullified because we had a catch in the backside. And they hit Kinley about the time the ball
that's
came
Mark
through.
Anthony. That's Mark Anthony Dixon right there making that catch.
Good. It looks like they were crossing. It looks like Kinley Bridwell might have had a shot at it, but somebody hit Kinley about the time the ball came through the air, and Dixon caught the football. And that's kind of what they're discussing. What do we do, Coach? How do you handle that?
Montez walks over. I say we decline it and take the yardage.
Oh, absolutely. All right. Let's wait till the umpire turns his mic on.
Pass interference. Wrong league, big man.
Yeah, maybe one day.
But
Pass interference.
They at least have the play clocks going. They did not have them going last week.
Oh, yeah?
Interference on the defense.
All right.
So we'll take the play there.
We'll take anything that they're willing to give us for sure. But you know what? That was a legitimate pass and catch on that one. So we just benefited from the pass interference as the ball was caught and downed on the 16-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will have a first down and 10. Okay, so with 10:15 left in the second quarter, Hardaway 7, your Tigers 3. Tigers are really wanting to put it in the end zone this time, Jack.
Well, they want to do it on a play like this. They don't like getting too close. They like having a little bit of be able to take a shot at it from a distance. Low snap, and we pick it up and get some yardage, positive yardage. Play probably going to be a holding call against us.
It's got all the makings of a holding call. Is that the center, and I don't know if that was Seth or if that was Kobe. It looks like it was Seth Adams. Kind of snapped the ball at Crow's feet. He had to reach down. He couldn't get it. Carlisle picked it up, sidestepped a couple of defenders, was actually able to pick up half a yard, but because it was holding, that's going to back them up really from the spot of the foul, which was a yard beyond the line of scrimmage. Should put them on about the 25-yard line. Just outside the 25.
The nose of it will rest just on the 25.
Still be the first down for the Tigers.
After the penalty, it's first down and 20 from the 26.
All right, here we go. I said they wanted to take a long shot at it. Now they get a chance to do that.
You put them in position, Jack. You know, I'm like you. I kind of want to establish the run game. I mean, passing's nice and it makes for good excitement, but we really need to establish that run game as well.
Here's the snap. Looking to pass. Montez rolls to his right. Got a flag comes out. It's going to be incomplete.
It's a legal shift, and that's what the umpires call it. It took him forever to pull the flag. The Hardaway coaches were yelling at him on the sidelines. The guys in the box were yelling at him, but it was an illegal shift. We had a slot back. He had come off his stance and went to turn sideways and quickly got back down while the tailback, Carlisle, was in motion. And so that will be illegal, and that will back the Tigers up 5. And so where they were sitting on the 25.5 is going to move them probably just outside the 30-yard line. And the funny thing, it's still first down.
Earlier, Greg, we had a similar situation where we had backed up Hardaway. Our defense was doing a great job. We were talking about how they got to capitalize on this. They can't let go. Right. Well, it's the same situation on offense. When you drive down into the red zone, you've got to make something happen down there.
And so far, we've had 3 negative plays. I mean, we're fortunate that it's still first down and still great field position when you figure on a 31-yard line. But
Montez takes it, looks, throws a little screen across the middle, and he hits us right there. My goodness gracious.
And basically we got 5 offensive linemen for the Tigers, and really nobody paid attention to number 4. I mean, that's all it is to it. And I'm sure when the coaches see the film, that's going to be a failing grade for any of those offensive linemen, because when you got 5 against 1, you better pick that single guy up, and he should still be running right now.
Yeah, Dunham is the guy on the play. Dunham Jr.
Excellent play call. I mean, you got to kudos to the Holt. What an excellent play call. But you got to you got to execute for sure.
Tigers will have a slot to this near side, man wide right to the far side. Crow calls for it. Low snap. Looking to pass. Got some pressure. Going to air it down the field. And just falls incomplete.
And luckily I think Seth Adams was able to reach out and grab a jersey, and if it had held on just another half a second, we might have got another holding call. But Hudson was coming across the middle and had gone out to the far hash mark, and Crow just had a bad angle on it. So all of a sudden, first down looking good. Now it's third down and forever. We're on the ball spotted on the 32-yard line, Jack, and we've got to get all the way down to the 7-yard line for a first down.
Almost 30 yards just to get down there. So here we go. The Tigers need something to happen here. Carlisle will be in the backfield behind his quarterback. Crow looking to pass. Airs one out. Beautiful pass. Complete. Down at the 5. What a tremendous job. Great play call. And Thrash once again shows up in this ball game.
Hey, you had 2 wideouts, and he just played, kind of jogged, and all of a sudden he cut inside the corner and really the deep safety and was able to find a slot on about the 5-yard line, caught it, fell down to the 2, be first and goal for the Tigers. That's what I'm talking about. Good execution for the Tigers. Excellent throw by Montez Crow.
He threw that with a lot of confidence. There's the snap. Montez loses the ball, but gets back on it. Tried to make a cut and just slipped down.
Actually, we had a little option going off to the home side where he was going to pitch it out to Tyreek, his cousin, and Montez decided, oops, I see something up the middle, planted, and his foot just slid, and he's so tall, Jack, it looked like his foot slid 1.5 yards, and he just
almost
couldn't
did a split.
Yeah, he just couldn't regain, and he had to fall down, and the ball did slip out of his hand, but he was able to regain coverage, so we lost a couple of yards. Second and goal from the 5, just inside the 5-yard line.
Takes the snap, turns, hands the ball to Carlisle. Carlisle follows his blockers, fighting, gets in. They'll block him at the 1.
Kenley Bridwell was really wanting to call that a touchdown. I'm sure the coach is going to say, Kenley, you need to still be blocking. Let him get across the line of the goal line. But it'll be third down and goal from the 1-yard line as the Tigers hustle up to the line of scrimmage.
Same play. He cuts left, cuts right. He's in for a touchdown. Tigers!
Good job by the offensive line as Seth Adams just took his man and created a wall there on the left side. He was able to, Tyreek Carlisle, create a hole where he just dove right in the end zone. So that's what we want to see from the Troup High Tigers as the PAT team comes onto the field. So 9-7, your Tigers in the lead with 7 minutes and 36 seconds to go until halftime.
Rayford on to attempt the point after touchdown. Snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is good. As Greg said, 7:36 left to go in the first half of play. 10-7 your score right here on Eagle Sports.
LaGrange Banking is growing. We've opened a new location in Columbus, and we've adopted a new name that reflects our community roots with an eye on the future. Welcome to Calumet Bank, offering personal and business banking services with the friendliness of neighbors. We work on your schedule, offering daytime business hours and a complete set of mobile apps. Day or night, we've got you covered. Calumet Bank, same great services from people you already know. Life is better at Calumet. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
Carson Rayford, our kicker, getting back to his game style. He's looking a lot better right now. Steps up to kick the ball off. There's his kick, high, beautiful kick. Will sail into the end zone. There'll be no return there. That's our favorite kind of return.
Once again, all right, we still got some goal going here. All right, we're going to have a flag going in. I don't know
it might be us.
If it's Tucker, and I want to say it's number 10, so that would be Dietrich Tucker. But I could be mistaken. Let me make sure. No, number 12, Jack. Can you catch that number?
Gates is what's happened is that on the kickoff, we got some guys that want to make sure that you see that they're big hitters, and they're continuing to play through the echo of the whistle. Personal foul is going to be against Hardaway, so it's the retaliation that kind of got them. Our guys are just they're just going down the field. They make contact, but then the Hardaway players don't really like that, so they kind of fight against it, and that's what they say.
Well, I'll be.
Hit them first.
I'm sure I'm glad they're wearing pads in this game.
My dad would tell me when I played football, it feels a lot better to hit than to be hit.
Oh, absolutely.
And it took me a long time to figure out that, but once you do, football's a whole different ball game.
Well, it goes along with the adage, it's better to give than to receive. Yeah, there you go. So, the Tigers.
That's pretty good. I like that one.
I certainly hope that again, they've other than their first series, Jack, with Hardaway just basically marched it down their throats, they've tightened up on defense, and I certainly hope I didn't jinx them on this one, so they've got to continue that prowess.
1st and 10 from the 10. They're going to hand the ball off and get the most yards they've had on a running play in a while. They're getting about 6 out of that one, 2nd and 4.
Just sliding off the left tackle as that big kid Ford. He's like built Ford tough, man. He just keeps right on rolling. You're not going to tackle him when you get him on the waist. You've got to hit him really below the thigh, just above the knee or in the shin bones to bring him down, because he's a big cat, Jack. He's built real well for that kind of a hybrid back, not a fullback, not a tailback, but he's a beast back there in the backfield.
Just does whatever they ask him to. The quarterback Ford will take the snap, hand the ball off quickly to Lee. The tailback will get a first down across the 25 to about the 26-yard line.
Yeah, we had Joko Willis in the backfield, but he was on an outside slant. And, of course, they're running on the inside veer. And, when you do that, you just leave yourself wide open. He's able to pick up about 9 or 10 yards. It'll bring the ball out for the Hawks outside the 25 to the 26.5-yard line. It'll be first down for Hardaway as the Tigers need to tighten up.
Waiting for the snap. There it is. A little handoff around the far side, and we sniffed that out really well. Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd down and 9.
Nice penetration by the Tigers, and Kevin Martin on the initial hit, along with Joko Willis. But Kevin, from his linebacker position, snuffed that out real quick. I look for good things from Martin this year. So 2nd down and 9 for the Hawks.
They've got twins left and right. Quarterback Ford will take it, back up to pass. Looking, goes to the left side, catches it with a gain of 5, but he'll go out of bounds. They still have 5 more to go for a first down.
Nice little catch. Nice position by
along the sideline.
Yeah, the quarterback placed it right. He drove the corner off the ball, planted, went to the sidelines, had one of those toe catches as he caught it and just kind of drug out of bounds.
A timeout called on the field. They take one, we take one as well. It's not 4th down, it's 3rd down. And about 4. It's 10-7 in favor of the Tigers right here on Eagle Sports.
Here's Perry Prather, head pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy.
The one thing that I've always done, Coleman, is through the years, I have found that patients respond in different ways. And as a pharmacist, I try to find those ways that you can communicate with every patient. Every patient's different. A lot of times, hard times are related to their medicine. And just a good, positive word from somebody every day is better than a lot of medicine could ever be.
Holmes Pharmacy, Commerce Avenue in LaGrange and Hamilton.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back as the Tigers have called their last time out of this first half of play. 10-7 is your score with 6:02 left to go in the first half. 3rd down and 4. And here comes Hardaway. The quarterback Ford will have a man to his right. That's Lee. Takes the snap, looking to pass. Steps up in the pocket. And he'll pick up the first down a little bit more. Slides down at about the 45-yard line.
And all the way from the umpire position.
No.
The Tigers slid down and kind of had a little, face mask. Not a face mask, but helmet to helmet maybe. It was kind of, I didn't mean to do that. And it took the umpire 25 yards back to loft a bomb on the yellow flag. And
so personal foul against the Tigers. Again, as they slide down, we kind of give them a little pop there. So a drive that's began by having them pretty deep at the 10. They're all the way across the 50, across midfield. Now the ball resting at the 43-yard line. Ford takes it, heads the ball off, and he's going to be taken down at the 42. So he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. 2nd down and second down and 10. He got to the line of scrimmage, and that was it. 5:38 left to go. 10-7, as we mentioned. Tiger defense, seeing how they break out. They'll move trips to this near side. The slot receiver over here with him. Man wide to the far side, so lots of looks here. Pass play very possible. There's the snap. He's back to pass. Got some pressure. A little quick out. And we read it well. Going to bring him down, knock him out of bounds over on the far side. Actually, he stomped out of bounds, and we end up hitting him, bringing him down after a gain of 4.
I tell you what, he is a tremendous athlete. I mean, I'm truly impressed that, you a lot of the schools, you used to think Shaw was a powerhouse down at Hardaway, down in Columbus, but as far as football goes, and just to think, like I said, 3 years ago, Hardaway might have had 10 people in their stands. Even tonight visiting, they brought a good crowd here.
There's 100 plus.
You couldn't. This is like, wow, that's Hardaway? That's good. You got to be proud of that program down there that they're building.
Twins this near side with a slot receiver on both sides. Back to pass once again is the quarterback. He'll complete it at the 30, and he'll go down. So that'll be a first down for Hardaway. The number 3, Jay Thomas, makes the reception.
He just kind of pushed off Gates, kind of back, and his planted came out, and just enough for the first down. So the ball's inside the 30-yard line of the Tigers, down to the 29 as the clock moves at 4:56 and ticking into the second quarter. Hardaway 7, your Troup Tigers 10. And the Tigers have been doing really good defensively, except all of a sudden now they're starting to bend a little bit.
Lee will be the ball carrier.
Nice tackle.
He'll lumber across the 25 down to about the 23. Second down from there.
Looks like Josh Boehm on the tackle there. Nice play as he comes off the field for relief, number 40, Josh Boehm. And when you look at Josh, he reminds me so much of Austin Carter a couple years ago. Real stocky, and it'll hit you hard. So good for Josh.
Tigers showing blitz. And it pays off. We're right in the hole.
And I want to say that as he turned around, I can spot his number here. It looks like maybe
I think that was Kobe in there.
Kobe, number 2.
That's Kobe.
Hudson. They had brought him in at defensive end. He blitzed in, grabbed the guy by the ankle just enough to stop him, and Joko Willis planted him in the ground. So it'll be 3rd and 4 for the Hawks. Huge play here for the Tigers, in that you don't want to let them get a first down and force them into possibly a field goal situation, Jack.
Back to pass, looking, got lots of time. Now here comes the pressure. He's trying to get out. We put a hand on him. He's aiming for the corner. He may have gotten it at first down.
Yeah, he did. Give him credit. Good coverage by the Tigers. Forced him out. Then he was under pressure, and the outside linebacker just couldn't quite pick him up as first he steps out about a foot in front of the first down marker. And you can tell everybody's just starting out this season, because even the chain gang didn't drop the marker. And that's the first rule. When they're coming at you, lay it down on the ground. So we're all still learning here. This is the first game of the season. Heck, we're all got something we need to do.
This drive began on the 10-yard line. Now they're all the way inside the 20. Kind of a little wishbone back there. And they'll cross buck. And he's all by himself. Down to the 10. Still on his feet. Get to the end zone, touchdown Hardaway.
Excellent call. And I said when we first started this defense, I hope I don't jinx them. I must have jinxed them, because they marched 90 yards all the way down to the end zone. Good play calling by the coaches. They've obviously spotted a weakness and a tendency from the Tigers defense to do some slanting, and here they are doing a crossbuck out of the backfield again. Boom, wide open. Really a lackadaisical effort by the cornerback here to even attempt to tackle him.
He dropped low. He didn't try to hit him up. Yep.
So with 3:24 left in the second quarter, as the officials come together and discuss if they're going to play poker tomorrow night, since they don't have a ball game, Hardaway's coming in saying, "What's
well, it's
up?"
Tomorrow's Friday. They may have a ball game tomorrow night.
Yeah,
so these guys may have done
working overtime. Yeah, that's right. Get double dipping, huh?
Well, the NFL is going to professional referees this year, so. Full time. A lot of these guys are like used car salesmen on the weekend. Now these guys will be doing it full time.
Well, if I made $200,000 a year to do that, I'd enjoy that too. So we have a shift, illegal motion by the Hawks, so that'll back them up a little bit, and we'll try it again. So again, with 3:24 remaining until halftime, Hardaway 13, the Tigers 10, awaiting the PAT a try from the Hawks, as they stumbled a little bit and had to back him up 5 yards. But I believe with that kid's legs, he's kind of like Carson Rayford. He puts them in the end zone all the time, so backing him up 5 is not a big deal.
right, here we go. Now they'll kick the ball from the 15. Stepping over, setting up. Snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is good. So, with 3:24 left to go in this first half of play, 14-10 is your score in favor of the Hardaway Hawks over the Troup High School Tigers. You listen to Troup High School Tiger football right here on Eagle Sports.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's the step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
Now back to more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football right here on Eagle Sports. Greg's going to step down and see if he can get to the field before halftime. Tigers with 3 minutes and 24 seconds. They want to put the ball in the end zone and try to make something happen as we get ready to go in the second half. Ball bounces and picked up at the 5. Moving up to the 10, 15. A burst of speed at the 20. Cross it to the 25, and that's where the Tigers will have it 1st and 10. A nice job that time by, looks like number 17, Kinley Bridwell. Brought the ball from the far end of the field back over to this near side.
Again, good field position by the Tigers. Again, at the 26-yard line, not great, but not bad either.
Tigers will break the huddle. Make their way to the line of scrimmage. And as Greg is out and amongst the crowd there. Greg, how's the weather?
Hot. A lot better in the booth, buddy.
I'll stay in here while you go check.
All these sweaty students down here, I'm telling you.
A timeout has been called on the field. They take a timeout. We take one as well. 30 seconds. Back to the station right here on Eagle Sports.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics, well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Tigers trailing 14-10 over Hardaway right now. Under Hardaway, I guess you'd say. They've got 3 minutes and 17 seconds to try to put some points on the board before halftime. Kobe quickly throws the ball out, complete to the 30. 35, and then out of bounds. Looks like they're going to mark us at about the 40, actually right short of the 40. And, Greg, they're going to want some holding, but that was just good blocking on the far side.
Well, they may get it. I don't know. I'm going to see if I can sneak down here and see what's going on now that I'm on the sidelines. But we got to do something different, like score a touchdown this time with 3:09 remaining.
Come the Tigers. Again, the little swing pass out complete to the 40. Cut back, nice spin move to the 45-yard line. It gave about 6.
All right, they're going to call it down, but I'll be honest with you, that's really close from down here on the field as we were spinning and turning. Tyreek Carlisle looks like he was moving forward, and Hardaway just snatched it out of his hands. And I'll be honest with you, from my angle, the Troup coaches are saying, thank you, Lord, because that could have been just as easy Hardaway Hawks football that time.
Well, the coaches for Hardaway are a little bit fired up in the booth beside us.
Well, old country boy up there going to get riled up.
All right.
So
Tigers run trips to the far side. Carlisle will be in the backfield with Crow. Bridwell at the tight end to this near side. Adams makes the snap. Crow backs up, looking, lots of time. Going to air it out way down the field. Got a man caught at the 25-yard line. Beautiful pass and catch by the Tigers.
Jamari Thrash brings the ball down on the 26-yard line, falls down to the 25. Be first down for the Tigers with 2:22 remaining until halftime as the Tigers are yet on another drive. And we said, love the passing, but also would love to see a good running play or two.
It's going to be brought back, looks like, Greg. We have a flag on the play.
I do. It's over on the far side. Harder for me to see it down here on the field, but it looks like it's, I'm going to guess, probably motion or offsides. Coach G's holding his hands up like, what's the problem?
Illegal man downfield.
That's exactly right.
Hate to see a great play negated like that.
Well, yeah, it just means we got to come back and do it again.
So it makes it a little bit harder, so we'll back up 5. Ball will rest right at the 40-yard line. Back on the 40, exactly. So second down, but the down doesn't mean as much as the 2:22 left on the clock.
After the penalty, it's second down and 9.
Tigers make some adjustments. Bridwell moves to the tight end on the far, actually to the near side now. Guys, we got to go. The play's been whistled in. Now we got a slot receiver to this near side, tight end left and right.
You've got Thrash and Hudson here on the near side.
Crow, a couple of guys get loose. Crow looking downfield, going to air it out. And does he catch it?
Yes.
Caught it right on the 40. That'll be a first down.
Nice catch. He had to come back.
So Thrash, not the big play he had a minute ago, but just enough to get the first down.
All right, so we got some discussion here. It may have been a flag. I don't know. Oh,
waving it off.
No, okay. Waving. Okay. I don't see a flag.
So as Chance says, first down, Tigers.
We had a little crisscross where Kobe kind of came down and we call it a wheel. Normal folks would be a wheel route. Where Thrash wheeled out, he was all alone, and glad that Crow spotted him.
Trips to the right side. Crow looking to that right side. Now looks back left. Complete. Back down the field. Staying on his feet. Is the intended receiver there.
Coach is going to tell him, hey, look, when you make that catch, and Bridwell was really trying to clear the path for him. Hardaway Hawks outside linebacker would not let him clear, which really caused confusion in the play. And Carlisle comes up limping. He's sitting here trying to sidestep some of the players when he really should have stepped out of bounds to stop the clock. I'm sure the coach is going to say, hey, next time, use your head. Get out of bounds.
Yeah, the gain of 4 doesn't help as much as we need. Long snap count. Crow takes it, throws it, and complete to the 15, down to the 10, cut to the right side, 5, into the end zone, touchdown, Tigers!
Kobe Hudson brings the ball in on about the 14-yard line and gets a pick from his help out on his wide out on the other side, curls around and walks into the end zone.
Tremendous job. Now this point after touchdown, very important. Right now leading by 2. Hardaway giving us a game, that's for sure, but great job by that offense to get some points on the board before we go into halftime. Snap, hold, kick is up, and the kick is good. Great job by the holder. That ball got behind him, he had to turn and put it down quick.
I'm glad you said that, Jack. I was going to compliment Brantley Robinson as the ball went to his outside hip. He had to grab it, bring it across his body, and place it, and Carson Rayford in time, straight through the uprights. Your score, Troup 17, Hardaway 14.
Let's just keep it here, Greg, as we're getting ready to kick the ball off. It's going to be really important now for the defense to not let anything move down the field on them with 1:23. We don't want to negate this great drive and this score as we go into halftime.
Coach Jeter came up to me and said, hey, let me hand the mic. I handed the mic. He started talking. He's, what was it on? I said, well, yeah.
Well, tell him he can talk.
Jack said,
sorry, Tiger fan. Sorry.
Hey, it's funny. We were at the office today, and Coach Jeter's blowing his horn. I said, what? I came back. I said, man, I've been talking to Coach Miles for about 20 minutes. You should have talked to him. He's all excited. We're hoping to get Coach Miles up here in LaGrange at the Gridiron Club this fall, and he said, I'm only going to come, Coach, if you introduce me. So looks like Coach Jeter will be introducing Coach Miles real soon.
The ball fell over. No real wind to speak of.
There's no wind here down here, Jack. The flag is drooping.
Well, now you are on the sideline, so there's a lot of hot air down there. So
you're right, but you're right. We talked about the defense. Hopefully Carson can put it in the end zone again, but the defense really, they got to get back to what they were doing in the second, third, and fourth defensive series.
There's the kick. Line drive this time. Bounces at the 10 to the 5. taking up from there. Kind of jogs to the 15, trying to go all the way across the far side of the field. He's run about 100 yards.
Nice pursuit by the Tigers. Is that you had Stafford moving him across field. You had tons of other Tigers. Dietrich Tucker just chasing him all the way across the field, and he kind of turned it up at the 14. And you're right, he paralleled and ran the 15 all the way across. And so good penetration by the Tigers.
So great job by the Tigers. There, the ball now resting on the 15-yard line. Kathy Kirby, the choral director of the Troup High School Tigers, listening to the game. We were talking about the hot air down the field. She said there's a lot of hot air up in the booth too. So I don't know what she's talking about there. A minute 14 left to go. 17-14 is your score. Man in motion. And they're going to fake the handoff to him. We're right in the quarterback's face. He gets free, though. Looking downfield, throws it.
Incomplete.
Yep, that'll fall incomplete at the 25-yard line. They'll stop the clock.
There's a flag on the play, though, and it could have come immediately after the quarterback thrown. I was following the path of the flight of the football. I hope it's not personal foul on the quarterback. Let's see. We have an illegal shift.
It's going to be against them. They're shifting all over the place.
You hear the coaching staff on the sidelines. Watch for the wheel route. Watch for the pass. You know they're going to try to get downfield deep with 1 minute and 7 seconds. And the Tigers, again, with the exception of the first series and the last series, they really look good defensively. Hardaway had their way the first time in the 8-play drive, and now a 13-play drive just ended in a touchdown from Hardaway. And the Tigers came roaring back to take the lead just over a minute left with 17-14. And now Hardaway trying to desperately create some activity with just a minute left in the second quarter.
This defense is as deep as they've got them pinned. They're thinking, let's make something happen, put some points on the board from our side as well. There's the handoff. A little cross, but we hit him hard. He'll go down at about the 18-yard line.
They're gonna spot him. Yeah, they did. He kind of landed on top of our defender, and we kind of slowed down. You think, well, but he didn't touch the ground. But yes, he did. His knee went down on the 19-yard line. So the clock's inside a minute now and still ticking.
Trips to the far side. Tigers still making adjustments. A 4-4 defense setup. They're going to pass the ball, back to pass looking, going all the way. They're going for everything, and they're going to make the catch.
We got offensive pass interference.
He's pushed off on that one.
No doubt about it. Don't have to worry about it. It's coming back. I'm close to being blind, but for sure I saw that one. And I'm going to be honest with you now. I want to say, let me get his number, Jack. Who is number 23 for the Tigers? Number 20 for the Tigers. Talk to me.
That's Alonzo Ogletree.
I tell you what, Ogletree nailed him. You see this kid getting up. He can't even – knocked him right in the rib cage, and he dropped the football. He's having a difficult time breathing right now. Don't want to see anybody get hurt, but you really like to see aggressive football.
The ball, you are exactly right. That it's going to go back. And it was just a classic Michael Jordan-style push-off as he was able to push off, get the air, and make the catch.
You know, I'd say back in my day playing basketball, Jeffrey Cotton would do a little push-off, but he didn't need to push off. At 6'6", left-handed, you get on a baseline and just roll, just lay back and shoot your eyes out, probably score about 26, 27 points a ball game. And that's what this kid did. He just kind of pushed off. Real obvious to everybody, even the Hardaway coaches across there. They're not getting excited because they knew what had happened.
I didn't score that much in pregame.
You know, there's a little bit of height difference, too. Gates was really turned his shoulders square, caught the guy's eyes, really defended him real nice. The only thing there is the guy pushed off, and he's also a little taller than Gates. Gates stands at about 5'6" maybe, and this kid was about 5'11". So 5 inches taller makes a big difference.
33 seconds left to go. 17-14 your score in favor of the Tigers. Here's the snap. We'll hand the ball off quickly, and he'll find a little bit of running room there.
Down!
10 balls down.
All right, so coach is running out here hollering timeout real quick. 22.7 seconds as Hardaway fumbles the ball but pounces back on it. And see, that should bring up a third down with 11. Third and 11 for Hardaway. The Tigers just use, they got one timeout left. They're trying to manage this clock to see if they can maybe stop them on this play and get the ball back, even if it's just for a punt return or either one offensive play.
Let's take 30 seconds back at the station. Tigers leading 17-14 on Eagle Sports.
LaGrange Banking is growing. We've opened a new location in Columbus, and we've adopted a new name that reflects our community roots with an eye on the future. Welcome to Calumet Bank, offering personal and business banking services with the friendliness of neighbors. We work on your schedule, offering daytime business hours and a complete set of mobile apps. Day or night, we've got you covered. Calumet Bank, same great services from people you already know. Life is better at Calumet. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back. Third down for Hardaway. Tiger defense has been playing very well here. Late in the second quarter, high snap, quick handoff. And he's going to run the ball and get close to a first down. Did he get across the 25? They're going to, I think he did. They'll stop the clock and they'll move the chains. 14 seconds left to go. So they'll move the chains and that'll be a first down for Hardaway. And they call a timeout. They take a timeout. We'll take 30 seconds back to let you listen to some of our fine sponsors as well right here on Eagle Sports.
When it comes to your health, nobody beats the home team at WellStar West Georgia Medical Center. Named #1 large hospital by Georgia Trend Magazine. Nationally ranked a top 100 hospital by Troup Health. And one of the 100 great community hospitals by Becker's Hospital Review. WellStar West Georgia Medical Center is your award-winning team in LaGrange. Visit wellstar.org/WGMC to learn more. We believe in life well lived.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back. 14.4 seconds left to go. 17-14 is your score in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. And Greg, at this point, we just want to hold them, let the clock run down, and go in and plan to get more points in the second half.
Well, you know, with 14, you never know what may happen. Interception, maybe. Come on now.
They're going to pass the ball.
Little pressure right here. Little pressure. Hello, baby.
Brought him down.
King Makuta jumped the defender, made the tackle, and the Tigers are just going to let it run out because we'll take it to the half. No, actually 2.1 seconds left.
Who called the timeout? Did we do it?
I believe we should have because we're down to no timeouts left. It'd be showing it the 1st and 10, but that would be actually the charging it to Hardaway. But we had one timeout left earlier. They took the timeout off the board. So
I sure thought we had already called 3, but I may be wrong. I've been wrong before.
Well, no, you may be right. I turned around last time and they were 1, and that's when he was calling it. Maybe that's when it went to 0. So Hardaway, second down and 10. Ball's here on the 24-yard line. You know, maybe they're just going to just air it out with 2 seconds. Why not? ISO, and of course, you know, Kobe Hudson's going to go deep. Along with Macenta Stafford, they're going to drop everybody in kind of a prevent. And what you don't want to have happen is something happen underneath and some good blocking, and they, you know, take it to the house. But at any rate, let's hold them Tigers.
There's a snap, back to pass again. A lot of time this time, looking. Now he's got some pressure. Rolls back to the far side, throws it, and it is. Did he catch it? He caught it. So that'll look good on the stats, but it won't help them as that's the end of the first half of play. 17-14 in favor of the Tigers.
Let me see if I can get Coach G before he heads down and if I can catch a word with him. He may not, but since we're in a lead, he might want to grab a second.
Never know. Just see what the visor's got to say. Greg's stalking him down there, and Coach is walking over.
Coach is trying to get him here, get him hydrated real quick. Coach, wow, what a first half. Give me some highlights real quick.
I don't know. Just sick and tired of seeing us miss tackles and stuff. We got to go in. We did a better job than we did last week, but we still got a lot of work to do up front. We have good series, and then we have terrible series. We got to get that cleared up. Offensively, we thought they were going to give us a little more trouble than Harris did last week, and we're starting to find a rhythm. I think we'll be okay.
All right, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
All right, Coach Greg down there with Coach Hicks. We'll be joined in just a little bit by Mabel Smith-Sharp.
That was Coach Glisson, not Coach Hicks.
What did I say, Coach Hicks?
But that's okay. I consider that a compliment.
Well, you are a coach in my life, that's for sure. All right, we got the band coming out. We're going to let you listen to some of that in just a moment because we have some of their rock and roll set. You heard Johnny Hurd talk about that last week. Let's go and listen to some of our 5 sponsors. About 4 spots back to the station. When we come back, we'll let you listen to some of the Troup High School Tiger Marching Band right here on Eagle Sports.
When a football team ends up with 12 men on the field, it means somebody forgot to double check. And when you end up paying more for your car insurance than you need, it could also mean somebody forgot to double check. That's why State Farm will do a free discount double check by going through your policies to make sure you're getting all the discounts you deserve. Because those discounts mean big league savings. It pays to double check. Call your State Farm agent, Matt Orr, on the square in downtown LaGrange. There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows. No matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years. And how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's the step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Out on the field, you've got the Troup High School Tiger Marching Band. They stretch from 20 to 20. A lot of kids out there. Good job by Johnny Hurd and also the feeder programs at the middle school that have gotten these kids ready to play. And they've got an electric guitar band in the backside, standing between the 45 to the 45.
Rock steady, Ryan. Is your band ready?
And we're going to let you listen to a little bit after they get this kicked off, as they've got some true rock and roll music they're going to be bringing to you.
You may take the field.
A lot of guys have been learning to play guitar over the past few years. They've got, of course, a great drum section they've always had. And here we go, the pride of Troup County, the Troup High School Tiger Marching Band. Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana by the pride of Troup County, the Troup High School Tiger Marching Band. My neck hurts a little bit as I started headbanging to that song. All right, let's see what they bring to us next, as you heard, the great mixture of band and also of electric guitars and things. Oh, a little bit Red Hot Chili Peppers. We're going Under the Bridge. All right, great music by the Troup High School Tiger Marching Band. We're going to take another 4-spot break back to the station as the band comes off the field. We'll have Johnny Hurd step over and talk a little bit about that show. Right now you're listening to the Troup High School Tiger Marching Band as they step off the field on Eagle Sports.
When it comes to your health, nobody beats the home team at WellStar West Georgia Medical Center. Named #1 large hospital by Georgia Trend Magazine. Nationally ranked a top 100 hospital by Truven Health. And one of the 100 great community hospitals by Becker's Hospital Review. WellStar West Georgia Medical Center is your award-winning team in LaGrange. Visit wellstar.org/WGMC to learn more. We believe in life well lived.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships. Here's Perry Prather, head pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy.
The joy of coming into work in the pharmacy every day is to interact with the patients, get a feel for them, understand them, love them. First of all, you got to love your patients. You got to love people. That's what we do. And as a person and as a business, that's my thing. Is I want to give them the exceptional care. Everybody, that comes in here, that we care about them, and that they feel like this is home to them when they get their medicine.
HolmesPharmacy.com in LaGrange and Hamilton.
Tara, are you okay?
Yes, I can't believe you found me. I have car trouble, and there you are.
Yeah, that's State Farm's 24/7 access.
It's like we have this mental telepathy, you know?
Well, you did start filing your claim with your mobile device. You can access State Farm on your phone, online, even in person at one of the 18,000 neighborhood
State Farm offices. See, mental telepathy.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Connect telepathically with Agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now, back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Mormon, Greg Hickson. Right now we're joined in the booth by Mr. Johnny Hurt, the The pride of Troup County Band Director. And Johnny and I were talking before we came on there with my children. I've always told them because they like to perform. They're actors and musicians, and I tell them, do you want to know what I really think, or do you want to know from the I love you and you're my child point of view? And they always have chosen to have my unfettered opinion. And so I offered Johnny the same thing. He said, I want to hear what you really think. And I thought they were awesome. If you had a chance to listen to that, you heard very ambitious to bring a rock band in behind a marching band, because there's a lot of things that if you're not a musician, you may not realize, just trying to keep tempos together with kids stretched from the 10-yard line to the other 10-yard line of a football field. The first song, Nirvana, Smells Like Teen Spirit, I thought they did a tremendous job. In fact, I saw some headbanging going on in the crowd.
Yeah, they start off right away, and they're really excited about that, and they felt really comfortable with it. Like you said, the Chili Peppers tune, Under the Bridge, is tough from the get-go.
Right.
Because there's that solo guitar, there's nothing else going on there to keep the tempo, and then you start layering a little bit at a time, and by the time everybody's in, you're stretched out 60 yards for sure. And so we had some excitement tonight, a little bit of nerves. So there's a little bit of push and pull there. But they all brought it back together for the final push.
It ended right together, right?
And so, and that's what I told them before, is that no matter what happens, recovery is amazing. That showing that they can continue to work together all the way to the end and bring it back and have a strong finish like that. I was really pleased with that. Sounded good too. This is the first time I've gotten up this high for this perspective to see what was going on. We have a lot of people that are working behind the scenes to make a show like this happen. Actually, our colleague from across the tracks, Dr. Jarrett Farrell, is the wind arranger for this year's show. So
awesome.
we're really pleased there. And he didn't intentionally write any wrong notes in there or anything like that. So
wouldn't put it past him. But I love that you've also got a keyboard player. You got the bass player, got a couple of guitars. Is she doing electric and acoustic there? The young lady that's playing?
On the electric guitar, she's playing a little Gibson. It's like a 335 style semi-hollow body. It's a great guitar. Sam, she's a 9th grader. The other guitarist, Brandon, he's 10th grade. We've got Blake, who's a senior, is the only senior back there playing drums. The other two, Dylan on the synthesizer. She's first time with the band. She's playing 2 synthesizers and in charge of the mixing board and everything. She's got a lot of responsibility.
There's a lot of feel that she had that sounded really neat there.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff there. Andrew Leitner from Point University is our sound designer. Brent Story was playing bass guitar for us and doing a fantastic job. Trinity Pike has been over there helping.
I watched him keep that tempo.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't have the metronome on in the back there. So I'm not going to be the band director that has the metronome on during halftime. I've seen those guys, and I always laugh at them. And tonight I was like, man, I've already said bad things about those kind of people, so I can't do that. So Jaquez Williams, who was baritone solo tonight, he had a great job. I think he had a little bit of nerves, but he rocked that out playing baritone to Kurt Cobain's voice.
Well, what was so neat, too, is the transition going from the rock band into the marching band sound that really filled the vocal. They really were the vocal range for the arrangement.
Right. Woodwinds were working on that, vocal line and Under the Bridge. I mean, I was really pleased with the way everything was written, the way everything looked from up here. The percussion's come a long ways, too. We got a pretty young drum line. But bright future ahead of them there.
Well, for them also to be running a standard drum line with a kit behind them, that's 2 completely different styles of drumming.
And I'll tell you what, Jack, standing in the back of the field next to the drum set while the rest of the band is playing, I mean, you cannot listen to what you hear. You have to watch the hands of the drum major. That's all the way across the field.
Right.
So it's one of those things that you can't go with what sounds good. If you listen to the people in front of you, then it's not going to work.
No.
And I think that we had a little bit of that tonight. We got some nerves, and people went to what they could hear. And so we had a little bit of that like that last night. Shout out to Miss Kirby. Sent me a message saying that she's listening tonight. So Kathy Kirby, thank you.
Oh, yeah, she's blowing my phone up.
Oh,
yeah. I mentioned that Greg had hot air on the field, and she said, no, the hot air's up in the booth.
No.
Oh, no, there she is. And she just blowing me up again. Oh, my God, this is my favorite.
Kathy's across the hall from me at Troup High School with the chorus. She does a fantastic job. Glad to have her as a colleague. She does a fantastic job, and looking forward to what the chorus does this year.
We miss her in the elementary ranks, as she did a great job in multiple schools over the years, but know that the Tigers are glad to have her.
Absolutely.
All right, well, Johnny, thank you again for joining us. We'll be speaking to you off and on throughout the entire season as this show continues to build. I love that you're on the field tonight. I mean, that's awesome. The first game of the season, 2 songs into the show. I think that's great progress.
Well, we're excited about showing some more. Can't wait. We got a game a away next week. And then we get back for Friday Night Lights. We'll be debuting our brand new uniforms. Can't wait. We couldn't do that tonight with the heat index, but we can't wait to show you the rest of the show coming up soon.
We did want to send a lot of kids to the hospital tonight with dehydration. Exactly. All right, that's Johnny Hurt, the band director of the Troup High School Marching Band. We'll take a break with the Tigers leading 17-14 here at halftime right here on Eagle Sports.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
If you're a renter, you may never know why your landlord starts lawn care at 7 a.m. every Sunday. Or why your car is the goal line for the neighbor kids' soccer games. You may also not know State Farm can save you hundreds by combining your auto and renter's insurance. So protect your car and your stuff with one good neighbor, your State Farm agent. It could save you time and money. One more way, we're here to help life go right.
Visit your LaGrange State Farm agent, Mabel Smith Sharp, online at letmabelquote.com.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com. Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9 or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange.
Now back to more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. The teams are making their way back on the field. Looking down there, Greg, you got your ears on?
I do, Jack. Yeah, I'm down here talking to Mike Spate, president of Calumet Bank. Hilton Swanson, president of RE/MAX Result. No, I'm just picking him. I thought I'd give him some kudos. Let's see if Rob's listening. You understand?
Be careful. And our thanks to Calumet Bank, as they're one of our sponsors this year, along with Mallory Insurance, Holmes Pharmacy, Joel Upchurch RE/MAX, Rob Upchurch RE/MAX, Emory Southern Orthopedic, West Georgia Health, Matt Orr, State Farm, Rogers Barbecue, and also State Farm with Mabel Smith Sharp. So we appreciate all of those folks, plus CB&T helping us out as well. But it's a pretty good first half, a tight game, much tighter game than really I was hoping for, Greg, as we're looking at 17-14 leading right now at halftime. But Hardaway has been a team that doesn't want to go away.
I'm down here talking to, like I say, to Mike and to Hilton, and I've talked to a few others, and Ricky Parks, and so what do you guys think? And you know, it's like you and I have been seeing. These guys are big, and they're good, and they're talented. You know, and we all acknowledge, 4 years ago, come on, Hardaway, it's a joke, but not today. I mean, heck, 40 years ago, people might have said that about Troup, but I don't know that we've ever been in that situation. But Jordan, Spencer, Hardaway, I mean, that's borderline, but these guys are talented. They got a huge offensive line, and really, Jack, when you get down here on the field like I had the liberty to do the last 3 minutes, wow. Hardaway's got a big, talented team, and you really realize how far they've come in their 2 years, much like the Tigers since Glisson's taken over.
That's a great point, Greg. As a lot of times teams go in cycles, and they're trying to come out of those, and I think that's something that Hardaway's doing. Hardaway put up a good fight last year. They gave the Cali Cavaliers in their preseason game all that they could want. So if the Tigers could put some big points and have a great second half, I think it'll indicate how well this Tiger team is playing in this season. We're going to take one more break. When we come back, we'll have kickoff for the second half right here on Eagle Sports.
Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9 or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange.
State Farm, this is Gwen.
Salutations, Gwen. I have car insurance, but I want to protect the rest of the stuff in my apartment. Some of my action figures were ruined recently.
We can add a renter's policy. For the cost of one action figure, we can protect your entire army of action figures against fire, theft, burst pipes.
Great! You have no idea how hard it is untangling wet alien hair.
Add renter's insurance to your auto policy and get to a better state. State Farm.
For a money-saving way to protect your possessions, call Agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange. Here's Perry Prather, head pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy.
2002, we decided to make a move from downtown. We bought this building here on Commerce, and we've been here ever since, and it was a move that really changed my business. God's blessed this business. We've been real fortunate, and the customers and the patients have been phenomenal in this town to support Holmes Pharmacy, and we're just proud to be a part of the community and support all the patients and their needs.
That's Holmes Pharmacy, Commerce Avenue in LaGrange. Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's the step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back as we get a fresh set of minutes on the clock. 17-14 is your score in favor of the Troup High School Tigers as we go into the second half of play. The Tigers will receive to start the second half, so that Tiger offense that has moved the ball well, Greg, just has not been able to put it in the end zone as many times as we want to.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments they made, particularly on the defensive side of the ball. As we've heard the boys up in the booth, they just feel like they can run the field at will, and they did a couple of series, but then about 3 to 4 defensive series, we tightened up, and particularly on that last one, we had scored just before that, which is, they took it over with about 2 minutes, maybe less than a minute to go actually, and we held them out. So it's almost like we scored going away, and here we are, we're receiving the football. Offensively, got to continue to execute on the offensive line, and maybe even try to build on the running game, because we can see that we can pass the football, but I think we need to establish a run.
Well, Carlisle has done a good job of running the ball, did last game, and just haven't had many opportunities to do that. Crow has been scrambled out of the pocket a couple of times, but still not really effective running. Looks like we're going to have to flip the field.
I was going to say, are we teaching ballroom dancing, everybody approaching and grabbing a partner?
No, actually, Johnny Hurd organized this. It's like the band has the marching. The football player's going to do that. How'd you like the music there at halftime?
I was going to say, is Johnny still in the booth? What?
He's already walked back over.
When I see him, I might say, congratulate. What an entertaining halftime.
Oh, it's just going to build and get better.
I was excited. I'm down here, and all of a sudden, talking to Hilton Swanson and Unricky Parks, and all of a sudden, boom, I looked around like, whoa, Johnny Hurd, go, baby.
Yeah, I saw you headbanging down there. Hair flying all over the place. Never mind.
No, somebody else. We're not talking about me. I don't have any hair. It's going to be like Schweitzer's next week. I'm going to get me a number 1.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Take it all down.
Well, I don't have much to take off anyway, so it's not a big deal,
Here we go. There's the kick. Going to be taken back at about the 5-yard line, actually the 3, up to the 5, to the 10, and to the corner to the 15. And going to be hit at the just short of the 20. So they'll take it down to the 17-yard line. That's where the Tigers will have it first and 10.
Good return by the Tigers that time. Sent to Stafford. I'd like to look up number 23. Could have done a little bit better job at blocking, getting him on the outside.
Luke Purnell.
Luke probably didn't want to injure himself, but probably needs to toughen up and get a little bit better blocking on the outside, but get him outside the 20. But at any rate, we had about a 16, 17-yard return out to the 18-yard line. That's where the Tigers will start the second half.
In the backfield, you'll have Carlisle just to the left of Crow. Crow calls for the shotgun snap. Puts the man in motion. There's the snap, turns just a quick out, complete, and great blocking ahead of him to the 25. and all the way down to about the 27-yard line, close to a first down.
It's a little zip pass there out to Hudson. He stabs out, comes back inside, and picks up about 9 yards. That'll be second down in the yard as the ball's going to be spotted on the 27-yard line.
Going to have trips back. Excuse me, twins. Nice trips to this near side. Now Bridwell will walk back into it, so it'll be twins now as he's going back to his tight end position. Crow will take it, turn, hand it off to Carlisle. Carlisle finds the seam, picks up the first down, still on his feet to the 35, 40. Gets to midfield, still on his feet across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Just when I talk about we need to establish the run game, a quick trap up the middle, and Carlisle takes it off left guard behind Big Colby Harry, who does a nice job, opens a hole, and Carlisle's across the 50-yard line. Nice job, Tigers offense.
Offense looking to the sideline to get their play. No huddle with this offense. Quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Crow takes it. Looking quick out. Caught to the 45, 40. 35 is going to be pushed out of bounds right there. Nice little safe play. Good yardage picked up out of that one. Ball was complete to number 14, Jarrell Smith.
Jarrell Smith, nice little catch. Kind of reached down about his kneecaps, picked the ball up, turned it upfield, was pushed out of bounds after about an 8-yard gain. Actually really about a 9.5-yard gain. Call it second down and a foot, Jack.
Man, this offense is clicking right now. 10:48 left to go in the third quarter of play. 17-14 is your score. This began on about the 17-yard line.
That's a gain of 10. First down.
Oh, hey, yeah.
All right, so they're gonna mark it. They'll move the chain, so there's another first down. So we don't have to run a play when we get a first down. That's pretty amazing. Pass the ball. Complete. Look at that quick out. Coming back to the inside to the 30. Fights all the way down near the 25. That's close to another first down, Greg. We get nothing but first downs in this drive.
Hey, Big Colby Harry's kind of pulling from his left guard position, parallel along the line, because a little stab pass back out to the slot guy, and he weasels his way up for another first down, and he runs into Colby Harry, probably one of the biggest guys on the field, and Colby's got to turn around and block for somebody when he sees him instead of standing around. I'm going to get on him.
They're mixing it up quite a bit here. I like what I'm seeing. Crow, once again, turns, hands the ball up to Carlisle. Carlisle following his blockers. Good job. Going to get about 5, maybe 6 off of that one.
I'm sitting here looking down at Coach Kelby Hope, who's walking up and down the sidelines, and I think he wants to kind of, hey, man, let's do something differently on offense. Let's establish that run game. And I know Coach Gliss is coming up down the sidelines talking to the coaches and to the players now. Stay focused. Let's execute. I hear him talk about just making the changes that we made at halftime. Let's do what we said we're going to do. So
consistency. Crow takes it, turns, hands the ball off to Carlisle once again. He's following his blockers. Great job of getting downfield. He's upended, but keeps hold of the ball. Great job. In fact, I think he's injured one of their players on that play.
Well, one of the things, he popped up off the ground. And you never know. He got hit below the knees. Kind of a scary situation, but he pops back up. And, hey, good job while ago. But he pops back up. You just never know when you get hit below the knees what might happen down there.
A timeout is called on the field. Hardaway, not sure what's happening to them as they've driven the ball all the way to the 12-yard line. They take a timeout. We take one as well. 30 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's the step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back. 9:36 left to go. 17-14 your score. And the Tigers break the huddle from the sideline. They'll head up to the line of scrimmage. They can get a first down inside the 2, but let's just put it in the end zone. Make me happier. 1st and 10 from the 12.
Actually, the ball's marked smack dab on the 11-yard line as I'm down here on the line of scrimmage as the Tigers come up to run a play.
In the backfield is number 27, Trey Williams at the tailback.
A little confusion on the sidelines. Coaches get Bridwell here on the home side.
There's a snap. Back to pass is Crow. Crow rolls to his right, looking, got some pressure, and just dumps it. Falls incomplete.
Really dumped it to an offensive lineman. I'm kind of waiting to see if anything happens, but he was in the backfield, and good they didn't call it. They could be thinking about this for a minute, but it is 2nd down and 10 from the 11. Under pressure a little bit. He was, as you said, he took the ball, kind of scrambled over toward the Hardaway sidelines. And one thing about being in a short field situation that really, from a defensive standpoint, cornerback good is it to the advantage of the corners and the safeties is that they don't have that much room to cover.
You can't get behind them that easily. Crow takes the snap, going to hand off into the line. We fight down about the 7-yard line.
Oh, nice job by Tyreek Carlisle as he just comes right up the middle behind big Kobe Harry. Kobe Harry's probably, I promise you, he's not the tallest kid on the team, but he's one of the strongest. I've watched him wrestle since he was a 9th grader. He'll be a junior this year. Big, beefy heavyweight, and he's hard to deal with. He's a number 62, as you can see him down the field, Jack. Just kind of, he takes up a body and a half wide, I'm telling you.
Well, and something I'm seeing that Carlisle do a better job of in this second half is follow those blockers as they make their move. He's able to make his cuts off of those blocks in front of him. Here we go. Here's the handoff. Actually, Crow's going to keep it, but they're going to read that out pretty well. He'll get to the 5, and they'll stop him there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Actually, he'll pick up maybe a half a yard. You're right. The play looked good about the first second and a half, and then the defensive line just caved in on him. It's a misdirection, and Montez maybe should have continued on the outside rather than cutting it back up the field. One thing, Montez, you notice, he has a tendency to want to plant and cut up field, try to catch that over pursuit. And I think if he'll study the film, he may have just as well a chance to come on outside.
All right, they're going for it here on 4th down. Puts a man in motion. Takes the snap. Throws it. Complete into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Great little inside slant to Kobe Hudson. Coach Tom Clark on the sidelines kind of telling them what to do. Boom, take one step, slant inside. Beautiful pass by Montez Crow to Kobe Hudson. Touchdown, Tigers.
Great call by the coaching staff. And just an excellent route, a perfect route by Hudson, and a great throw by Montez.
And I want to say now, what a good job as we received the ball to start this second half and capitalized on it.
Snap, hold, kick is up, and the kick is good. 8:01 left to go in this third quarter of play. 24-14 is your score in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. So you're listening to Tiger Football right here on Eagle Sports.
LaGrange Banking is growing. We've opened a new location in Columbus, and we've adopted a new name that reflects our community roots with an eye on the future. Welcome to Calumet Bank, offering personal and business banking services with the friendliness of neighbors. We work on your schedule, offering daytime business hours and a complete set of mobile apps. Day or night, we've got you covered. Calumet Bank, same great services from people you already know. Life is better at Calumet. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. 8:01 left to go in the third quarter of play, and Carson Rayford will kick the ball off. Line drive kick, and it'll be taken all the way back at the 2 to the 5 to the 10. Stutter steps at the 15, cutting back to this near side to the 20, goes down at about the 20. Actually, they're going to mark him all the way up to the 25. That's a lot of falling.
I don't know that I wouldn't have called a clip on that one, as we had Gates coming in here really fighting to get position, and he simply was pushed in the back. I'm surprised the size judge didn't see that. But at any rate, good coverage by the Tigers and a knuckleball kick from Carson Rayford.
Rayford still not to his 100% form that we saw him last year.
I was down here talking to Cal Foster, who's in shorts and his jersey, and I said, hey, so what's going on? He said, man, my quad's hurt. And I said, you got to let that thing rest.
They're going to hand off. We're going to nail him in the backfield. Great job that time by number 8 for the Tigers, Joko Willis.
Joko, man, I'm so proud of him. I got to watch him last year, and I'm saying, we talk about King Makuta. Hey, you know what? You better keep your eye on Big Joko now. He's going to make some noise this year. So he's had a good first half, a lot of forced tackles earlier, and he down here a solo tackle just then.
They're staying with the shotgun set. The quarterback forward, calls for it, backs up to pass, got the pressure in his face, comes out of the pocket, airs it down the field, complete. When we're on it as soon as he catches it, but that's going to be a first down across the 36.
Joko was right there on it. Looks like he's getting some cramps in his leg, and I don't know. He's not wanting to come out in his little hamstring or his calf, but he had a hand up, and it looked like the ball went right through his hand. Almost tipped that ball. That's all we needed to do. But one of the things that Coach Gus has been talking about is hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. And one of the things, I just hope Joko don't compromise himself by getting a cramp there.
Here comes Hardaway again. Not a great snap, but we're going to
ball's
stop
on the ground.
And they're going to call him down after a game of just one.
All right, so now Andy Boykin is starting to show up with little cramps. And this is the kind of night, guys, especially defense-wise. It's fun to see the offense score, but when you're hot and sweaty, man, you got to really stay hydrated, and you got to get some electrolytes in you, maybe some Powerade or Gatorade or something.
Well, Powerade is the sponsor for the Troup High School Tigers, so that's who we want. Throws across the middle. That's almost caught. Same pass as they got down the field on earlier. It's just a little 10-yard right up the hash marks.
Coach is hollering at Macenta Stafford to stay focused and to get on him. He could call. He knew the play was coming. It's funny. It's funny when you coach all your life 24/7, 365. You just almost tell what they're going to run. And sometimes the players, with all the noise, they can't hear. And the coach just, oh, man.
Third down play. Back to pass once again is the quarterback forward. Ford finds a man over on the far side. And he's got some running room. Oh, a shoestring tackle.
Nice.
Great job. And we just saved it. That's a touchdown-saving tackle by number 20, Alonzo Ogletree.
Now, I realize this is the first game of the year, and I saw what I would think would have been a clip on the kickoff just then when Big King Makuta was pressing hard on the outside. The guy had his left arm grabbing and pulling King's jersey down to the ground and didn't see it. And, of course, the quarterback made that nice throw. But at any rate, hey, this is everybody's first game tonight.
Here they are with another handoff, and we're going to stop him pretty good. A gain of about 1.5. He'll get to the 30, brings up second down. 5:44 left to go in the third. 24-14 is your score. Hardaway, this is their first possession of the second half. I tell you what, both teams have done a good job of taking up a lot of clock. 4 minutes in the drive for the Tigers, and Hardaway has had the ball since the 8-minute mark.
It's ironic. I'm walking down, and Joko is here on the ground because he's cramping. And now I see, I don't know if that's Boykin. No, actually, that's number 4. Help me out here. Kevin Martin. He's cramping, too. So we got Joko as a linebacker. He's cramping. We got Martin's cramping just when Hardaway's on the drive. So good timeout call by the Tigers right now, Jack.
All right, you be careful down there, Greg. Don't get a cramp as well.
I was hurting earlier.
Let's take 30 seconds back to the station. Tigers leading 24-14 on Eagle Sports.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics, well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back. 24-14 is your score. 5:26 left to go in the third quarter of play. Everybody's getting a little bit of water. It's not quite as hot as it has been, but the humidity is remarkable out there.
Well, this is certainly, I could say this is the time of the year, but it has been so hot and humid, and I know I'm on Remind 101 with Troup Football, and Coach Glisson is constantly talking about hydrating. He even sent out a text earlier, and he talked the color of something, and said it depends on what you need to electrolyte. So he's constantly keeping these guys. Last night he said, hey, you go to bed, put a glass of water beside you. You wake up in the middle of the night, drink that water. So, he's trying to stress the importance. as Martin comes off the sidelines, and they're already doctoring up Joko Willis on the other sideline, or on the sideline, trying to get some cramps settled down. So
currently we're looking at a temperature of 83, but the real feel, according to one of the weather sites, says it's about 101.
Well, I weighed as I stepped on the field, and I was 244.7, and I'm down to 238 now.
Oh, there's a snap, handoff into the line, and he's going to continue to pound his way up across the 25 to the 24-yard line, short of the first down. Brings up third down.
All right, and you can see Boykin come back on the field, but he's kind of limping with a little cramp. It's the thing about cramps, you know. There goes Joko back on the field. You're good for 2 or 3 plays, but you really got to keep your eye out, especially if you're in heavy pursuit sideline to sidelines from a linebacker standpoint. You'll cramp back up real quick. Now, he's protected if it's just going to play between the tackles, all right, maybe for another play or two, but you really got to keep your eye out on your main guys.
Once again, the handoff. He's going to fight inside. We're going to ride him down. He'll pick up the first down at about the 15-yard line.
You know, I thought there was a flag on the play, but as several Troup players have got gold gloves, so and as they're putting their hand on the turf to get up, it's like, oh, no, it's not. That's his glove. So they're going to bring Andy back out, Boykin, number 44, and Busby's asking him what was going on. And, you know, Boykin's a big kid. He's starting to get a lot of D1 looks, too. Might even have an offer or 3.
Back to sort of a wishbone set for Hardaway. Little cross buck, hand off. We hit him, but he gets another 5 on us, down to the 10.
They're going to mark him just short of the 10, Jack, down at the 11. So it'll be 2nd and 6 as he's got to get down to the 5-yard line, exactly on the 5. But the Tigers need to toughen up here. And, you know, this is where you want to put a little distance between you and your opponent. Now, you've put your 10 points ahead of them. What you don't want to do is you don't want to let them score. If you want to let them score, let them have the 3 points, but don't give them the 7.
They'll have trips to the left side, a man wide to the near side. Takes the snap, backs up to pass. He steps up in the pocket, still on his feet, throws it across the middle, complete. Did he drop it or did he keep it?
No, he caught it. His heels
were one.
His heels were actually on the red marker than the soccer field.
So that's a 1st and goal there from the nothing line. They're discussing it. Are they saying this is not a catch? Or are they saying it's a touchdown? Down to the Greg. He didn't get quite as close as we thought. He's down to the, about the 3, Greg? Greg's lost his battery. Oh, they call touchdown. Okay. So touchdown. Never saw the indication, but they'll give him the 6. So now on to attempt a point after touchdown is the kicker from Hardaway. Snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is good. 3:32 left to go. 24-20 is 24-21 is your score right here on Eagle Sports.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at Eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back. 3:32 left to go in the third. 24-21 as Hardaway draws a little bit closer. Greg, you got your batteries working? No. We'll try to find some up here, and you want to come back up here and get hooked up. Or maybe somebody's got some in their pocket down there somewhere. But the Coach Gliston's still down there saying he never saw the indication of the touchdown. Talking to the referees about that. Normally you do want to see an arm go up to let you know that someone did score a touchdown. But he's down there on the 15 just getting his little pound of flesh in, I guess you'd say. As mentioned again, 3:32 left to go. 24-21, the Tigers leading. Tiger defense is going to have to stiffen up a little bit in this second half of play. That's a nice long drive that Hardaway was able to get in there. Well, things don't change other than Coach able to have a little discussion there.
Low battery.
There you are.
Low battery. Can you throw me a couple down?
Tucker, do we have any batteries up here? What, are those, is that a 9-volt or double A's or what are that?
I think it's triples.
Triples.
I'm not sure. I can't get it apart. I'm got decent grip strength, but I can't get it apart. Yeah, his heels were on the goal line, Jack, and that's why they were debating. You're right. Nobody ever signaled touchdown, but I saw him catch it. His heels literally were on the goal line, like an inch over the goal line.
Well, it definitely looked close, so I don't necessarily have a problem with it. Just would have liked to see the indication. There's the kick. It'll be taken, actually going into the end zone, and they'll bring it out to the 20. Bounces off the hands of our deep back. So here comes the Tiger offense. Ball will come from the 20-yard line.
Number 11, help me out here.
Jamari Thrash.
Thrash is the one that he caught it and kind of mishandled it, and it dropped off in the end zone. No, really, do we have any batteries up there? I'll come up.
We're checking it out.
Okay.
We seem to have some batteries.
See, I'm the guy down here with no shirt on. Just look and see.
Here come the Tigers. Twins to this near side of man, wide to the far side. Carlisle in the backfield with Montez. Montez rolls to his right, looks, quickly throws the ball, complete at the 25. Just about a 4-yard gain, second and 6.
And we'll get personal foul on the quarterback as number, looks like 99, after Montez throws it and Kenley Bridwell catches it. We're going to have personal foul roughing the passer, and so that'll move the ball even further down the field.
All right, good job, Greg. What was looking downfield, missed that call.
And now Thrash is coming out of the game. He's got a cramp. You'll see how he's running. I'm telling you, it's starting to take his toll. So these guys really, you got to do a lot of subbing and make sure these guys are getting some electrolytes in their bodies real quick.
Yeah, rolling them in, rolling them out.
After the penalty, it's a first down.
Oh, nice, up to the 40-yard line, Jack.
That's a heck of a play. So Tigers with a big gain there. 20 yards, basically. 5 on ours and 15 on theirs. It's a good-looking front line, Greg. Those guys are some thick fellas down there. Here's the snap. Takes the handoff. And Crow's face Crow. Going to pull it in and get some yardage to the 50. 45. Goes out of bounds at the 40. Smart play by the quarterback, Montez Crow.
Flag on the play.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I need to come up and get some batteries.
Holding against the Tigers there. As Crow able to pick up some good yardage, but it'll be negated by that flag there. So they'll pull it back and back us up 5. Actually, more than that, probably. Back us up 10. Ball will rest on the 30 now. So they haven't had a ton of flags at this ball game, but right now they're just kind of all over the place. So here we go. Tigers back on the field. Rolling a few guys on and off. Everybody looking to the sideline to get their call. Bridwell will be at the tight end on this near side. They'll roll Jarrell Smith into the wide receiver on the far side. Hudson, he'll be in the wide receiver on this near side, a slot to the far side as well. And a timeout has to be called. 3:02 left to go in the third quarter. 24-21 is called. 60 seconds back at the station with this timeout. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
When it comes to your health, nobody beats the home team at Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center. Named #1 large hospital by Georgia Trend Magazine. Nationally ranked a top 100 hospital by Troup Health. And one of the 100 great community hospitals by Becker's Hospital Review. Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center is your award-winning team in LaGrange. Visit wellstar.org/WGMC to learn more. We believe in life well lived.
Now back to more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back. A second down play now for the Tigers. Not a lot on our first down. Second down and about 20. Twins to this near side. Actually trips. Crow back to pass. As a man in his face steps up, gets out of it, looking downfield, and it's going to be caught at about the 45-yard line. Bridwell having another great catch there. Continues to have a good game. And he's kind of a sleeper receiver. We got some high-test receivers in Kobe Hudson, Jamari Thrash, but Bridwell continues to be a great possession receiver for the Tigers.
Double A batteries.
All right, we got some, I think.
Heading up.
We'll swing it out to the 45, cutting upfield, and a great hit right there at the line of scrimmage. So that'll bring up fourth down. And that was probably one of the best hits we've seen so far in this contest.
That was a good play call, too. A little tall sweep, little crackback block. Thought he had the corner, but good pursuit by the Hardaway Hawks.
Tigers will have to punt the ball away.
Now this is where it gets scary. So the Hardaway team have scored. Now they've held us to about 6 plays and out, and defense has got to tighten up, because what you don't want to do is then have that tide turn. They've already scored 7. Don't need them to score again.
Rayford on to punt the ball. He'll stand on about the 33-yard line and await the call. Tigers missing some personnel. I think this is our first punt of the game, if I'm not incorrect, Craig. Delay a game, they'll back us up.
Yeah, I believe you're correct.
Ball will now rest on the 40, and now Carson will be back at the 28-yard line. Here we go. There's the snap. He'll step up, get the kickoff. Nice high kick. All the way back to the 15-yard line. Stay up, stay up, stay up. He'll field it, and we're going to have to get on it as he goes back and forth. He'll get to the 15-yard line, and that's where Hardaway will have it first and 10. 30 seconds back to the station. Tigers leading 24-21 on Eagle Sports.
Here's Perry Prather, head pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy.
You know, the one thing that I've always done, Coleman, is through the years, I have found that patients respond in different ways. And as a pharmacist, I try to find those ways that you can communicate with every patient. Every patient's different. A lot of times, hard times are related to their medicine. And just a good, positive word from somebody every day is better than a lot of medicine for everybody.
Holmes Pharmacy, Commerce Avenue in LaGrange and Hamilton.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Well, there's more like it. As Hardaway runs into the line. Again, their big back Lee, number 1, gets to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Actually, they're going to mark him down as losing a couple of yards there. So 2nd and 12 for Hardaway. Time's ticking down, 27 seconds left to go in the third. 24-21, as we mentioned, in favor of the Troup High School Tigers right now. They're going to have to go quick if they're going to get this play off. 16 seconds. Hardaway takes it. Back to pass. Is the quarterback going to throw it out? And he's found a receiver out there near the 30. He'll pick up a first down just shy of the 30 at the 28. 6 seconds left to go in the third. And they'll move the chains. Hardaway taking their time, moving up to the line of scrimmage. The clock won't stop. Actually, the clock does start. They'll tick down 1, and that'll be the end of the third quarter of play. 24-21 is your score in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. But Hardaway, they will not go away on us. You listen to Troup High School Tiger football. 60 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
On the field, it means somebody forgot to double check. And when you end up paying more for your car insurance than you need, it could also mean somebody forgot to double check. That's why State Farm will do a free discount double check by going through your policies to make sure you're getting all the discounts you deserve. Because those discounts mean big league savings. It pays to double check. Call your State Farm agent, Matt Orr, on the square in downtown LaGrange. Here's Perry Prather, head pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy.
The joy of coming into work in the pharmacy every day is to interact with the patients, get a feel for them, understand them, love them. First of all, you got to love your patients. You got to love people. That's what we do. And as a person and as a business, that's my thing, is I want to give them the exceptional care. Everybody, that comes in here, that we care about them and that they feel like this is home to them when they get their medicine.
HolmesPharmacy.com in LaGrange and Hamilton.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
All right, welcome back to the Tigers football. Troup High 24, Hardaway 21 as we begin this fourth quarter of play. I'm telling you guys, that third quarter flew by. I don't know about you as you're listening to us, as you're in and out of your cars, or maybe you're in and out of your houses as far as doing chores, and we appreciate you tuning us in. But what a heck of a ball game. I tell you, Hardaway has got a really good football team. So Hardaway takes it, hands it off to Ford, who goes out to the right side, and again, hard to bring down. He'll pick up about 6 yards on a little tall sweep and just drags the Tigers out to the sidelines. And again, that will be the first play of the fourth quarter, and that'll pick up, they're going to give him 5. Maybe nobody 6, so it'll be second down and 4 as this ball spotted on the 35-yard line of the Hardaway Hawks as they start this drive. As I was telling you guys right before the quarter break, and there goes Ford back off right tackle, and he's going to fall, I would think just short, but I believe they're going to wind up spotting it, which will give him a first down. And yeah, he's telling them to go ahead and move the chains. So, they've resorted to running the football. I think what they've spotted, though, guys, is I was talking about the cramps starting to set in on Joko Willis and Andy Boykin and Macenta Stafford and Kelvin Martin. And that's some of your linebackers that tend to have a lot of motion in there. I think they're starting to see Hardaway saying, well, we'll just run it right up the gut again. We've had success before, so let's take advantage of it. So here, right off left tackle he goes, and then boom, what a nice hit from the Tigers. Number 88 for the Tigers comes in and makes a well of a hit. Zy Varner tackles and brings it down, but not after a gain of 9 as a little tall sweep to the right. So, Hardaway's taking advantage of the very tired, and I say tired in a nice way, the very cramped up Tiger defense. And, you're not really seeing any of that cramping going on in the offensive unit for the Hardaway Hawks, and really hadn't seen any on their defensive unit. But the ball's resting on the 48-yard line. It'll be second and 2. Ford gets the ball again, plants, cuts it upfield as it's a toss to the right, and he'll cut upfield and pick up 8 yards. It'll take it inside Tiger territory down to the 44-yard line, 43-yard line, and move the chains once more. Just stops the clock, and now they roll their hand. Really started it a tad soon before the chain stopped. And so now the umpire's saying stop the clock for a minute. Tigers are going to call timeout. That would be a good timeout to take, only because the Hardaway Hawks are moving the chains real quick, and the Tigers are cramping. So let's take a break as well. Tiger football, Troup High 24, Hardaway 21.
Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9, or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Yep, I'm perfect timing as they came back to the line of scrimmage for the Hardaway Hawks on the Troup High Tigers 43-yard line. The ball is snapped, handed off to the big Ford man again. And I said earlier, he's built Ford tough as he rambles ahead for 3 solid yards. And that'll move the chain or move the marking stick down to looks like about the 40.5-yard line. Maybe the tip of the ball is on the north side of the 40 as Hardaway continues to move again against and not making excuses, I'm just telling you like it is, cramped up Troup defense. And so the coaching staff is really trying to sub out, get some electrolytes in them, get them on the sideline, stretch them out a little bit, and get them back in there. So, all right, so back in the shotgun snap, ball snap, goes on the ground, whistles blowing. Looks like we're going to have illegal motion by the Hardaway Hawks, and that'll back them up 5. So that'll take the ball from about the 40, the 41-yard line of the Tigers, back them up to at least the 46. And they're going to put the ball just outside the 45. And Coach Glisson is kind of coming out and say, hey, we got a man down. We need to go check on him. So, again, another Tiger down, cramps, and I'll try to get you the look, but it could be Joko Willis. I don't see him on the field, and it's a tall guy. He and Andy Boykin have been having cramping problems. So, hey, with that, we're going to take it back for 60 seconds. You're listening to Troup High Football. Your Troup Tigers 24, Hardaway Hawks 21, 9:43 left to go in the fourth quarter.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's the step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Here we go. Second down and 12 for Hardaway. Hand off into the line, and we hit him in the backfield, but he gets free. We got to hit him again,
Nice
trying to bring him down. A game of 3 brings up third down.
Nice closure. Hey, a little interesting news I was just sharing with you. My daughter's moving into a house there on Cooley Road. There on the
I hear that house is the bomb.
The bomb it is. My wife sends me a picture of a hand grenade that still was clipped, and so they have to call the fire department out and the GBI. And this is all while my wife's helping her move into her house over on Cooley Road. So you guys, if you want to know what's going on, there's a bomb in the house. Hopefully everybody will be okay, though.
There's the snap, backing up to pass. Got some pressure on him. Throws complete, and he's going to go out of bounds. Short of the first down, so that's a fourth down now and 2.
But really a nice way to stop the clock. Not that they needed to stop the clock, but key down. You know they're going to go for it.
Yeah,
they're
there
too
won't be a
far
punt
away
here,
for a field goal. And if you did punt it, you're just really looking to pooch it and try to catch the Tigers inside the 10-yard line, maybe inside the 5. So with and the way they've been moving the ball right now on a cramped-up Tiger defense, why not give it some shots? So
as you mentioned, Greg, lots of cramps we've seen in this third into the fourth quarter play.
I was mentioning, Jack, when you took a slight break there, that wow, what a fast third quarter. And so the Tigers are going to take yet another timeout. Again, smart timeout. I realize we're using them. We're down to one timeout left, but this is really important. We don't need to give the Hawks any more momentum than they already have.
And this may be one of the most important fourth downs we've seen so far in this contest. They're bringing up the chalkboard. Let's take 30 seconds back as we get ready for this big play coming up right here on Eagle Sports.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football, and just it's Facebook official. There was a grenade in Greg's daughter's house.
And my wife is slamming around the closet door, and I'm thinking, oh, my word.
Tigers showing blitz. There's the handoff. He's going to get the first down, I think, though. Yep. If they've got it marked, that's going to be a first down.
Oh, yeah. Khalif Thornton gets up, is waving off, but he's well over the first down marker, so it's nice to think that they didn't stop him, but unless they see something on the field that we don't see from this angle, it should be a first down. I'm surprised there's that much debate on it. He's actually going to measure. it is amazing, though, because when I'm down on the field, Jack, and you say, well, the ball spotted on the 12-yard line, and I said, well, actually, Jack, it's on the 11. And it's amazing
this
that angle.
Yep.
And so I'm thinking he's got a first down by half a yard. But, I mean, wow, is it so you really need to measure? So let's see how close it is.
We've seen this crew move the ball quickly, so
yeah,
I guess they want to make sure, and I appreciate that.
Oh, yeah.
Tigers looking excited.
Nah, I don't think they're going to get that excited. There you go.
No, it's a football length.
At least, maybe a football and a half. So it was math department against math department. Or it could be carpentry department against carpentry department. Supporting the CTAE, program.
We used to call it shop.
That's right.
Mr. Neal would make sure we knew what we were doing. Here comes Long and his team. Once again, the handoff, and he goes so fast. He'll pick up a first down again and go all the way inside the 20 to the 15, and that's a great run by Long. Excuse me, Lee.
He is so pumped, so fired up right now. He burst, he planted, he burst outside. Wow, what a powerful back he is. I mean, I was telling Mike Spate, and I mentioned earlier he's the president of the Calumet Bank here in LaGrange. He's been in the LaGrange area for about a year now. He said, man, this Hardaway team is big and tough. I said, yeah, you're right about that. Anybody that questions it's Hardaway, man, you need to come watch them. Yeah. These guys are good this year.
Once again, here they come. Snap to their up back. And got to hold on to Lee.
Wow,
yes. He gets up
nice.
into
Ball's
there.
On the ground.
Let's see, a lot of scrambling around, but I think they're going to have him down.
Well, I would like to think that the Tigers got it. It's hard. I thought I saw a bunch of white jerseys fall on it. But let's see. We can only hope that the Tigers come up with it.
Tigers say they've got it, but I don't see a lot of emotion from the – no, but it's still going to be Hardaway ball.
Yeah, it is. Ooh.
But will be a loss on the play for them. Second down. 12 now for them. They've got to get inside the 10 to about the 6 for a first down.
This is just a huge series, a lot of emotion. 8 minutes left in the ball game. Troop 24, Hardaway 21. But Hardaway's inside the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Number one, Lee, they're back a minute ago. They had that big run. We had a couple of guys in his face during the discussion they had earlier, and I think he just wanted to show off a little bit. They're going to run trips to this near side. We haven't seen that a lot from them.
I wouldn't discount Lee.
They're going to throw the ball, air it out to the corner, and they're going to get
No,
a
he
touchdown.
Dropped the ball. No, he didn't. I thought he dropped the ball.
He held on. He just airs it out. A perfect throw and a touchdown for Hardaway.
Again, it looks like Gates on the other side, which if that is the case, and I could be wrong. It's hard to see the numbers right now, but it's dark 30 out here. Let's see if I can get a tune in. A little bit, yeah, it is Gates. A little smaller than the wide out, and he just jumped up over him, and Gates really over pursued him.
Yeah, he was a little bit too far ahead of him.
Yeah, turned around, and what I said, it didn't need to happen. Even though there's 7:30 left in this ball game, we just didn't want Hardaway to score again. But just like last year, Jack, this is coming down to be a well of a ball game.
So the snap is up, and the kick is good. So it's 7:33. It jumps again, 28-24 in favor of Hardaway. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football right here on Eagle Sports.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
Now back to True Tiger Football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
So welcome back. 7:33 left to go in this contest. 24-28 just goes back and forth, and it's a field goal does you no good, Greg. So we got to go score.
Oh yeah. We had a 10-point lead, and now they've swung at 14 points, and now they've got a 4-point lead. And one of the things that we said, we opened the second half, we received the ball, declined or deferred to the second half, wound up scoring, and so it looked like we were rolling, and all of a sudden we let them come back.
So here they go. They kicked it, and it'll go into the end zone, and they'll bring it out to the 20, and that's we'll have it 1st and 10. So the Tigers have mixed up things a lot of variety on the offense. The running game has not been as strong as we would like, but we have seen a good job on the part of the passing game. A lot of different targets that Montez has in this contest. So now we'll see what it can do with 24-28 the score in favor of Hardaway. 7:33 left to go. They're going to huddle on the near side, and we'll wait to see what happens. They break the huddle, make their way to the line of scrimmage. Ball, as we mentioned, resting on the 20-yard line. Hardaway with the 4-man front, expecting the Tigers to pass the ball. They'll walk up 2 linebackers behind it. Actually, it looks like 3. They'll roll a defensive end, really an outside linebacker to the left side. Crow will call for it. He'll ride his back into the backfield, and he'll get to the line of scrimmage, and they'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd down and 10 now. And an injured player from Hardaway on the field now. It's like he may have some cramping issues. Let's take 30 seconds back to the station as they check on that. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Here's Perry Prather, head pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy.
2002, we decided to make a move from downtown. We bought this building here on Commerce, and we've been here ever since. And it was a move that really changed my business. God's blessed this business. We've been real fortunate, and the customers and the patients have been phenomenal in this town to support Holmes Pharmacy, and we're just proud to be a part of the community and support all the patients and their needs.
That's Holmes Pharmacy, Commerce Avenue in LaGrange.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. We got the young man over to the side. And here come the Tigers. They've got a 2nd down and a long 9 that they're looking at now. And it looks like we finally got everybody back on the field and ready to go. And here we go. Twins to the far side. Missed it wide to this near side. Crow will have a back behind him into his left. Takes the snap, backs up to pass. Straight back, throws across the middle, complete. It's going to be Hudson, who's on his feet, spins, gets down to the 45-yard line. A big 1st down play for the Tigers. Yep.
First time we've seen an offensive player with a cramp. And
yeah, Kobe.
Again, when you're running up down a field like this, sprinting, wow. But you know the big kid Lee from Hardaway, he's been sprinting too. We'd like to know how they've been treating their kids because I don't see any of those guys cramping.
Yeah, he seems to be doing a really good job still. 28-24. They'll take a look at Kobe for a minute. Let's 30 seconds back to the station real quick right here on Eagle Sports.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back. They're still taking a look at Kobe and looking down the field. I'm going to try to zoom in with my binoculars, and hopefully it's just a cramp. They're slowly starting to get him back up. He did do an interesting cut and a little spin there. I hope it's not an ankle or something like that. Yeah, they're lifting him up, and they're going to just help him ease off the field, keeping really both legs immobilized. That left ankle looking a little concerning. And like I say, he made a little spin move, and I'm afraid that spin move may have hurt that ankle a little bit. So they'll bring him over to the Embry Southern Orthopedics tent, and they'll take a look at him. Get that leg elevated. And here comes Montez in the offense. That man wide in motion, swinging out there to him, and The ball's on the ground, but I think that's an incomplete pass. I don't think that's a lateral. It's been whistled dead. No, it falls incomplete, so the pass was forward. But it was read out well. It was intended there for number 1, Tyree Carlisle. But it does fall incomplete. But Hardaway thought they had picked up a fumble. If it had been a lateral, it would have been a fumble. But I don't think that's the case here. They'll place the ball down, back at the 45-yard line where it was. And the Tigers are now looking at 2nd down and 10. Twins to the far side of man, wide to this near side. That's going to be Thrash wide this side. Crow looks downfield. Waits for it, takes the snap. Throws across the middle. Got a man down there. A lot of movement. Throw the flag. Catch! No! It's a catch all the way down at the 14-yard line. Amazing. As that's Mark Anthony Dixon, number 81 down there, makes a remarkable catch. I thought it was incomplete. I thought he was down. I thought he was at triple coverage. But instead he comes down with it, and now we're in the red zone. Wow. There's the snap. Crow back to pass. Going to throw an angle into the corner. Got a man back there, and it's going to be incomplete. Again, they're double covering our wide receivers on the far side. That was Kobe. He's back in the ball game. Strike that was not Kobe. That was a Jarrell Smith instead. 2nd down now. Throw to the corner. It is going to be a touchdown, Tigers! Montez Crow, there's a beautiful strike to Jamari Thrash over on the right side for a touchdown. 6:37 left to go in this contest, and the Tigers have once again come back and answered the call that Hardaway keeps throwing down. So now we'll await the point after touchdown as Rayford is down there. Snap, hold, kick is up, and the kick is good. Wow. 31-28 with 6:37 left to go in this ball game. Let's take 30 seconds back to the station right here on Eagle Sports.
When it comes to your health, nobody beats the home team at Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center. Named number 1 large hospital by Georgia Trend Magazine. Nationally ranked a top 100 hospital by Troup Health. And one of the 100 great community hospitals by Becker's Hospital Review. Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center is your award-winning team in LaGrange. Visit wellstar.org/WGMC to learn more. We believe in life well lived.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Oh boy, have we got a heck of a ball game here. 31-28 in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. 6:37 left to go. And here comes Carson Rayford on to kick the ball off again. Would love to see this one go all the way into the end zone. There's the kick. Man, this is a nice boomer. And he'll go down into the end zone. He'll bounce there. They'll bring it up to the 20, and that's where the Hardaway Hawks will have it 1st and 10 with 6 minutes and 37 seconds left to go in this contest. Tell you what, Hardaway had an incredible drive, moving the ball down, just kind of plodding along, about 3 yards of a cloud of dust under the legs of Lee, number 1, their big running back. But quickly, the Tiger offense answers with some big plays down the field, including one of the best catches of the season, number 81, Mark Anthony Dixon, and then Thrash going to the corner and picking up the touchdown. Ball placed down at the 20. Hardaway will come to the line of scrimmage. Greg's still struggling with his microphone a little bit. We hear a buzz, but there he is.
Good.
There he is.
Of course, I'm on 96.9 now, and I'm echo, so let me know what frequency I'll be on.
We can hear you fine.
Yeah, but
108, he said.
Okay, thank you.
There's the handoff, and again, he's pulling our guys. A 5-yard gain all the way up to the 25, almost 26-yard line. Try it again, Greg. Let's see if we got you.
Tackle made by number 10 for your Tigers, Jedrick Tucker.
Had you a second ago.
Second down and 5.
I hear you in the background, Greg. I don't hear your voice. Second down and 5. Hardaway. The single back to the backfield. That's Lee. He's been back there with Long the whole ball game. Snap and the handoff. And it's like a wave. That offensive line is doing a good job. And we're getting a hand on him. We've got to put more of a shoulder on him and bring him down a little bit sooner. A little more, we don't really have a lot of penetration in the backfield right now.
Brings up a third down and 3.
31-28 your score. 5:41 left to go. Third down now. And 3 yards to go.
Let's make some noise, Tiger fans. It's Storm.
As you hear Chance Giddens get the team fired up. Get the fans fired up for this one. Look for a passing play possibly here on third down. There's the snap. He's going back at the pass. Looks, throws it. Complete. Just short of the 40-yard line. And that's been there all day for them. They're throwing right under our coverage. And another first down for Hardaway. Just when we think we got a chance to knock them out, they come up off the ropes again. So here we go. They'll split a man wide to this near side, a slot receiver as well. Actually, the slot receiver's on the line. They'll back off the wide receiver to this near side. Takes the snap, hands the ball off, going to off tackle. And he's going to get another 5, maybe 6 yards. And just kind of running downhill off this left end. They've been doing a great job. They pull the guards, do some pretty good blocking. They're really kind of targeting King. Try to put a lot of guys on him to keep him from making the tackle. So our corners are having to walk up and help out on this near side. Back to the line of scrimmage again. Second and really a long 4, short 5. Snap and the handoff. He'll try to cut back inside. That was not the move to make, as he's going to get right back to the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be about. So third down and 3. So here's another big third down with 4 minutes and 8 seconds. Clock continues to tick now. 31-28 is your score. They're going to send 2 men wide to this near side. Right now the quarterback is alone in the backfield. He has not run that set much in this contest. Now we go. He'll have Long his back, Lee, his back to his right. There's the snap. He backs up the pass, throws it. That little short underneath route. He's going to make the catch and get a little extra yardage down to the 40-yard line. And another first down, and our secondary fails us on that one. We may have a
flag on the near side over here, Jack. I was just talking to Coach Jeter and Coach Clark. Says, what is Hardaway doing with not keeping cramps? And we are. He said, eating bananas. He said, he said, we used to give bananas to all the players all day. They just eat bananas first thing every morning. He said they didn't ever have any cramps. So it's like, wow, interesting.
Illegal man downfield on that last play, Greg. So they're going to bring back Hardaway, and that's a big play. That's a big penalty.
We'll take it right now because we need to get that momentum stopped. We need a big defensive play. Even though I know they're tired, they're cramping, but somehow they got to reach way down. Somebody's got to get in there, fresh legs or something, and cause some havoc.
So 3rd and 9 now. So it's a big difference. That little underneath route, Greg, they've been all over us all day long.
You almost got to, don't give them so much cushion. Kind of crawl up. You got to be careful about getting beat deep, so it's a fine line you draw as to how much cushion you give them.
There's some pressure.
Yes!
We take him down at the 30. There's the play we needed. It's going to be number 29 for the Tigers, Jabril Gooden.
King Makuta was also in on that as he comes all the way out to the 40-yard line, past the 50, kind of celebrating. Just make sure that you don't cramp up while you're doing it.
Well, now here comes a interesting conundrum for Hardaway as they bring their punting team out. I think we got to watch for anything here because they don't want to give the Tigers the ball with 3 minutes this close. And they're looking at 4th down and almost 20. They better hurry or they're not going to get this off. 5 seconds left on the play clock. 3, 2. They make the snap.
Got it off.
So they do punt it. Short punt. Get out of the way. Takes a
Troop
Tiger bounce.
Yes.
So a bounce for the Tigers to the 48, just shy of the 50. And that's where the Tiger offense will take it. They need to run 2 minutes and 37 seconds off the clock. We're going to run 30 off right now as you're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back on a first down play. Montez is going to try to hit up the middle. Not a lot there. In fact, he's going to lose yardage. Clock continues to tick, though. 2:15, 2:14. Guys will be looking to the sideline to get the call and use as much time as possible before snapping it. 31-28 is the score in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. Play clock down to 7, 6. Montez takes it, back to pass, throws it, complete, gets back to the original line of scrimmage. And
do you get the feeling all of a sudden we're getting real conservative on our play calling?
Very conservative.
I mean, just keep it rolling. Don't try to back down. Keep rolling. Whatever you're doing, do it. Just keep on rolling. Now, maybe you were thinking that Hardaway expects us to go deep, so he's thinking he can go underneath. I get that, but you got to protect this clock.
We got to have a first down, Greg. I mean, they call timeout. We'll keep it here.
3rd and 9.
3rd and 9, a minute 49 left to go in the contest.
And the sad thing about it, Jack, you're at a position at midfield that if it comes up 4th and short, the tough decision, do you go for it and you don't make it, you leave it close to midfield, or do you try to pooch it in the corner, hopefully inside the 20, and with about a minute and 20 seconds, a minute and 10 seconds, give them the opportunity to take it to the field length. Different strategy. You just really need a first down.
Hardaway has 1 timeout left to go in this contest. The Tigers with 1 as well. Hopefully they will not need theirs. But, Coach Glisson, going into halftime, was upset with about half of the play. They have a good play, then they have a bad play. Have a good play, then they have a bad play. And it's been a lot like that in this fourth quarter.
Well, we just had a series where we came back, scored a touchdown, and let's see what happens here.
Crow takes the shotgun snap. He's back to pass. They're running a full blitz. He throws it out. He's got a man here. Makes the catch at the 40. First down for the Tigers.
Excellent throw, excellent catch, no flags. I came out to the sidelines. What a great catch. And he slides off, and that would be number 11
Jamari
for
Thrash.
the Tigers. So Thrash coming big again tonight.
I'm great friends with Diallo Bergs, the head coach over LaGrange High, and I'll have to ask him about that. That's a tough loss for that team to lose Jamari Thrash, and a great boon to this Tiger offense.
Wow. 1:42 left in this fourth quarter.
Big play. They put a man in motion. That's going to be Carlisle going from the far side. Now Crow steps inside. He'll be brought down. And that play is not going anywhere. I think they would take that one out of the playbook.
Well, the only positive thing is that they just had to call a timeout or either let the clock run. But all right, so somebody called a timeout. And if Hardaway called it, that's their last timeout.
Should be.
And they did call it.
Timeout, Hardaway.
As they took their last one, let's take one of our last ones in the game. We'll have some post-game thoughts, and we'll listen to some of our fine sponsors. I'll tell you about them in just a little bit. But let's take 30 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics, well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back. 31-28 your score. A minute 37 left to go. The Tigers need to hold possession here. Need to be still playing good ball, though. You don't need to get too conservative because that's when things can bite you.
Oops.
And they're going to jump off sides.
I believe that you see the way Coach Holt is acting. They designed that play that way.
Well, they knew that Hardaway would be fired up. So let's get a little bit of extra help and move the ball a little bit farther. So the ball will now rest at the 37-yard line. Tigers looking to the sideline. Carlisle, along with Montez Crow, the lone backs in the backfield. Slot receiver to the far side. Man wide to this near side in Hudson. There's a snap. Handoff to Carlisle. Carlisle moves to the left well, gets back to the line of scrimmage, tries to make a move back right, and then he's met by a host of Hardaway Hawks.
All right, so that's 3rd down and 9. Still need a big play here, but the good thing is that the clock still ticks. But they moved the change to 3rd and 8. Okay, when they first marked it, I thought it was 9, but still big plays to see what Coach Holt. And he's going to drag it out. He's looking. He said, watch me. There's 14 seconds, 13 seconds on the play clock. They're going to try to drain this as much as they can, Jack. All right, so here we go at the line of scrimmage.
6-5-4. Crow calls for it. Makes a snap and handoff into the line. And we're going to get another couple of yards, but not enough for the first down.
All right, that'll bring up 4th down and about 5, Jack. And we're inside a minute, 44 seconds on the game clock, 40 seconds.
There's the whistle, so 25 on the shot clock.
I started to do that a while ago, Jack.
So they're only about 15 seconds different, Greg.
All right, big deal here. Big play. We got to have a first down. 4th down and 6, maybe 4th and 7.
Looking to the sideline. 9, 8, 7, 6. Are we going to call a timeout?
Game clock down to 18, 17.
Or take the delay.
14. All right, they decided to call a timeout and think about this.
So they call a timeout with 14.6 seconds left to go.
Troup 31, Hardaway 28. What an exciting contest.
It's gone back and forth the whole game, Greg. It's a great start to the season. And a Hardaway team that, I tell you what, has been a surprising team the past couple of years. They gave Abe Callaway all they could get last week, and now the Tigers have fought back and forth with them. But now 14 seconds between a win. 31-28 again, as we mentioned, is the score. Teams are breaking the huddle. They're making their way back to the line of scrimmage. So here we go. 4th down. The clock will not start until the ball is snapped with 14.6 seconds left to go.
I'm going to come down here on the behind the Hardaway backs and see if I can get a better vision if we can get a first down.
There's the snap. Crow back.
They going deep.
Going to the corner. A lot of jockeying, a lot of fighting.
All right. Defensive pass interference.
Yep.
He had him hooked up from the 20 all the way down in the end zone. That was a no-brainer. That'll be a first down. And unless we do something really, off the clock, it'll be the game.
Should be just snapping a knee.
Wow. Oh, that's the only thing he could do because he had already got behind him. You know what? I'd tackle him too. I wouldn't have wasted my energy to run down. I would have probably tackled him because I'm already beat. So it's a penalty. Big deal. But, you got to give kudos to Hardaway because he did what he had to do. But I'm glad that Thrash was behind him. You got it. So good job, Tigers. Good play clock management by Kelby Holt, Coach Glisson, managing that clock, cutting it down to the last second before they snapped that ball. And there was an excellent timeout called with 14 seconds left, Jack.
So the Tigers will snap the ball, take a knee, and we'll take this one to the house. Tigers with a couple of guys back deep just in case something crazy happens. Crow calls for it. He steps back and takes a knee. And that should do it. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1-0 on the season of the Troup High School Tigers. 31-28 your final. And the kids kind of stormed the field.
What an exciting first ball game, Jack. Man. And people, if you're listening, you think, well, it was Hardaway. I'm telling you.
Hardaway put up a fight.
Everybody in the stands know Hardaway's got a real good football team. And if you go back and look at their schedule and record from last year, come on, guys. They beat some good folks last year.
Well, they beat the Troup High School Tigers last year, one of only 2 games they lost in the regular season. Let's step away as the Tigers will celebrate this big win here at Callaway Stadium. We come back, we'll close things down here from Callaway Stadium, tell you about what's going to be happening next week, something interesting, something different. As the way we call ball games. But right now, the Troup High School Tigers have come away with a big win, 31-28 over the Hardaway Hawks, right here on Eagle Sports.
When it comes to your health, nobody beats the home team at Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center. Named #1 large hospital by Georgia Trend Magazine. Nationally ranked a top 100 hospital by Troup Health. And one of the 100 great community hospitals by Becker's Hospital Review. Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center is your award-winning team in LaGrange. Visit wellstar.org/WGMC to learn more. We believe in life well lived.
Tara, are you okay?
Yes, I can't believe you found me. I have car trouble, and there you are.
Yeah, that's State Farm's 24/7 access.
It's like we have this mental telepathy, you know?
Well, you did start filing your claim with your mobile device. You can access State Farm on your phone, online, even in person at one of the 18,000 neighborhood
State Farm offices. See, mental telepathy.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Connect telepathically with Agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
LaGrange Banking is growing. We've opened a new location in Columbus, and we've adopted a new name that reflects our community roots with an eye on the future. Welcome to Calumet Bank, offering personal and business banking services with the friendliness of neighbors. We work on your schedule, offering daytime business hours and a complete set of mobile apps. Day or night, we've got you covered. Calumet Bank, same great services from people you already know. Life is better at Calumet. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
Now back to more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Well, next ball game will be brought to you by Chiquita. So I think we'll have to get some bananas into our guys, Greg. But they do come away with a big win, 31-28. Got a little scary there. Hardaway was a team that stayed with us the whole ball game. But I'm really proud of the resilience of these guys to keep going and come away with a win.
You know, it's one of those games where it was going to come down to it had all the makings of who had the ball last.
Yep.
And you know what? Who had the ball last? We had to protect it. We didn't necessarily need to score, but we certainly needed to protect it. So, wow, what a way to start this first game. But, you know, again, congratulations and kudos to Hardaway. Man, what a team. And then congratulations for the Troup High Tigers starting the season off 1-0. Good job. Let me see if I can find Coach G, work my way in, get a quick minute with him, and I can find him, I'll let you know.
As you're doing that, I want to talk about a couple of things. First of all, I want to mention our fine sponsors. I want to thank them so much for getting us on the air each week. Our sponsors, Mallory Insurance, Holmes Pharmacy, Joel Upchurch, RE/MAX, Emory Southern Orthopedic. They've been down on the field, of course, with their tent, taking care of the guys. West Georgia Health, Rob Upchurch, RE/MAX. And then, of course, Matt Orr, State Farm, Rogers Barbecue. And then Calumet Bank, along with State Farm, Mabel Smith Sharp, and CB&T as well. So thank you to all of our sponsors for helping us out all season long as we continue to get ready to bring these games to you. We'll get you some scores in a few moments. Go ahead, Greg.
Well, tell me about Monday night. When are we going to start? I got Coach G coming over here.
Monday night, we will be at 7 o'clock. Actually, not this week at 7 o'clock. Our game, I believe – hold on, get Coleman on the
I tell you what, let me go ahead and talk to
Coach G. And I'll get Coleman to answer those questions for you.
I was just talking to Coach Busby. I said, man, congratulations. He said, you know, I don't like those kind of games. I said, who does? He said, no, the fans do, but on the sidelines, wow. But you know what? You guys came back second half, whatever adjustments you made, it looks like other than cramps, can't do anything about them tonight. You can worry about that later. But, man, you guys toughened up on defense. What a great clock management you did that last series there.
I felt like scheme-wise at halftime we made some really good adjustments offensively and defensively. fatigue got us in the second half. It wasn't scheming in the second half. It was more fatigue, and that's on me. That's on me. I thought we were in better shape than that. And you get out here with all this adrenaline and all this emotion. That's what you can't simulate in practice, and that's tough. But hats off to us. That was a big-time throw and a big-time catch there on third down to seal the game. With an offense like ours, too, our defense is going to have a hard time simulating and being physical in practice because our offense makes you tackle in space so much.
Yep.
And but we lost this game this time last year, and we went on and won 8 in a row. So we can fix everything Monday but the scoreboard. So we're going to enjoy this victory.
Well, I tell you what an exciting way. Jack and I were talking. People that's listening to us, they say, but it's Hardaway. Hey, that's a heck of a ball team. That's a big cat, an offensive guy, tailback. Man, it'd take 10 guys to tackle him, it seems like.
That's not the same Hardaway. He's done a good job. They've gotten some guys transferred in that are good football players, and he does a good job. They're big. They're strong. They're going to win some games. But we got to clean up some things that we have on our end and try to get better next week.
But you know what? Congratulations on your first win of the season. Hopefully more to come. Appreciate it, Coach.
All right, thanks, Greg. Down there talking to Coach Glisson. We're going to take a break back to the station. We come back, I'll have Coleman Vice joining us to talk about our coaches' shows and how we're going to be doing them this season. Then we'll look ahead to next week as we'll be doing a Saturday day game. That'll be interesting and fun for us. So let's take a break back to the station right here on Eagle Sports.
Here's Perry Prather, head pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy.
The one thing that I've always done, Coleman, is through the years, I have found that patients respond in different ways. And as a pharmacist, I try to find those ways that you can communicate with every patient. Every patient's different. A lot of times, hard times are related to their medicine. And just a good, positive word from somebody every day is better than a lot of medicine could ever be.
Holmes Pharmacy, Commerce Avenue in LaGrange and Hamilton. Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's the step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships. There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com. Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9 or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. I'm joined in the booth by Coleman Vice of WLAG fame, and of course Eagle 102.3. And Coleman, a great ball game to start the official start of the season, and we'll have a coaches show to talk about this coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, we've done Saturday morning coaches shows for, I don't know, gosh,
several years.
Yeah, like almost 15 years or something like this. So this is a new deal that we're doing, and very excited about having Johnny's New York Style Pizza coming on and being the host of the coaches show on Monday night. We'll be out at Johnny's New York Style Pizza in LaGrange on Lafayette Parkway coming up on Monday, and I'm looking forward to it, and we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have all the area teams up there. We'll have LaGrange College starting September 4th from 7 to 7:30. This Monday we'll have from 7:30 to 8 Callaway, 8 to 8:30 will be LaGrange, and then 8:30 to 9 will be Troup. So come out and have pizza with us and enjoy some fun football talk and have a chance to meet the coaches and have some good pizza and and a lot of fun. And if you can't come out there, you can listen, of course, on 102.3, 96.9, and on the World Wide Web at eagle1023.com. We also stream that, so you can sit at home and watch all the fun on your computer or